My intranet. Hello, everybody. How are you? It's
Hello.
like uh, I got like 30 seconds, then 18 seconds. It was just skipping everywhere. That was fun.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
so, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Booth. Thanks for showing up. We got my brother, David Arena, saying hello. The ghost of the most. We got BC Morin. That's Aedo's
Oh,
wife. Hello, how you doing? And we got Josh Putney saying hello. We got Whitey Wicked Workshop, Dave White.
Whitey.
We
We.
um
He's already having a good time.
we,
The show hadn't
that's
even started
right.
yet.
We got Dax and we
Hey,
got
Dax.
Rogue
Rogue is
Disney. What's up? Oh, and then now R2 and
course.
R2 the Icky's wife, Mrs.
Yes.
R2. Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
everybody.
We're glad
Welcome,
that you're
welcome
here.
to Inside the Booth.
And the
Yes, we're glad
booth.
we're here. Um, so, everybody, you know the drill. Don't forget to buy some merchandise. Merchandising, where the real money of the podcast is made. That's right. Make it right.
www.insidethebooth.tv.com is where it's all at.
That's right. And then you don't forget you can become a Patreon member for just $1 a month and get all the special stuff that we are posting and will be posting in the future. Things are going to be changing a lot on YouTube and Patreon, so don't forget to become a Patreon member. And then we also have a PayPal account if you want to just do a one-time donation. So you can also do that because we don't have super chats yet. Sorry, but we
We're
don't.
working. We're
But we're
working.
working toward it. That's for sure.
That's right. It's pretty exciting. Like you said, some really awesome stuff coming in 2022. So if you're not subscribed, you need to be so you can
That's right.
be all up to date with everything that's coming.
Vanquish that like button as well and share, 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 share. That's
That's
what
right.
we
Because
need.
sharing is caring.
That's right. All right. Tell them about the giveaway real quick of what it was and everything else, and
Sure.
then we will announce
Absolutely.
the winner. So
So, of course, as most of you might know, but for those that are kind of new here, we know that November was pretty much Ghostbusters month because the new movie Afterlife came out. And so we were celebrating all things Ghostbusters. And so that's why our cast is really special for tonight. But the giveaway we were hosting had to do with Ghostbusters and where the winner could enter in with some really awesome artwork and they would be able to win some really awesome stuff like inside the booth merchandise. They could win a Peter Venkman figurine, and they were also going to get one of a kind artwork handmade by me, signed, and a couple other things that some other people were graciously donating to the box. Awesome and amazing prizes. And so we had people, yes, like from Whitey Wicked Workshop, he donated some really awesome 3D printed Ghostbuster sigils right there. And so the one way that people were able to enter in to win this amazing bundle pack was that they needed to create some art piece, whether it was Photoshop, hand drawn, sculpted, wood chips, whatever, that they just create one of the booth members or all of the booth members as Ghostbusters, and they tagged us. And we got some really awesome entries in there, all kinds of really, really cool things. And we appreciate everybody who submitted. It made us feel really excited and loved that you participated for sure. So I don't know if we
that's
want to
right.
show off any of that stuff if
We
you're
are
able
going to
to or
show
what the
some stuff
plan.
off right now. Boop.
There we go.
All right. This one was from Phil TMNT. Did a somewhat of a Photoshop and of David, me, Tabitha, and himself. Good
That's
way to
right.
throw yourself in there, Phil.
Sounds like he wants to be
Uh,
part of the booth, you know?
That's right. That's right. And he is. He's a great guy. Second entry was from Mrs. R2 the Icky.
That's right.
She got this. It was from the game, I believe, and then she added our heads in there. I don't know if you can see them.
And
Oh,
she
there we
put
go.
the
You can
Wing
see 'em.
Hugs logo in there. That's awesome.
Yep. So you got David, me, Tabitha, and Matthew, and then yes,
Cool,
the
cool.
wing
The core
hugs.
four.
Don't forget, wing hugs, everybody. Wing hugs. And then we have another from Phil TMNT, drew Tabitha as a cartoon Ghostbuster.
Feels pretty cool.
That is, what was that? And then we have another entry from Mrs. R2 the Icky. And she not only said inside the booth, but and Phil TMNT.
And Phil. He is the unofficial member, obviously, of Inside the Booth.
He is. We got me, David, Matthew, Tabitha, and Phil. Next, we have another one from Phil.
I love that one.
He drew my brother as the Marshmallow Man. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Or Donald Duck,
So-
depending on how you want to look at it.
Kind of does have a Donald Duck look to it.
Yeah.
And then there's one of me as, I don't know, I guess I'm a Ghostbuster with Lewis's little helmet thing.
Nice crossover there.
That is. And then we have one from JT Gunter. So
unique.
He's got the painting of Tabitha. Obviously me. He left Winston. What a nice guy. He's got my brother as Egon, and
it's perfect with the hair.
That's right. And Matthew as who's that? Ray, I think, was up there, right?
Might be. I don't remember.
I don't really remember now. Some of our guys that are on the show tonight, they'll know who stood in that spot right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we got one from JP, Jared from Jared JP.
That was
he
so
drew,
cool.
Yeah, Tabitha. He drew Tabitha as kind of like an anime Ghostbuster.
Man, look at those thighs. Thick thighs save lives, man. Goals right there.
Oh boy. And then we got one from R2 the Icky. This was his only one. That's right.
It was good though. It was good. Hey, you don't have to make more than one if you have it that good.
That's right. Hey there, cutie. Looking for a good time with the undead? And then my brother. I ain't gonna bang no ghost. And if you saw our Rumble review, that's where that came from. So, yeah. And I think that was it.
Yeah.
So, let's go back to us. There we go. So the winner, wasn't it like a tie, and then we flipped a coin or eraser or whatever you flipped?
It was. We didn't have a coin, so we flipped an eraser, but I guarantee you that it was fair and balanced. Okay.
Yes.
And so we did have a tie.
We did. It was Phil TMNT and JT Gunter. And the winner, it was JT Gunter.
Well, you came just in time, JT.
Just in time. Congratulations on winning.
Yeah, so you're
we
gonna get
are
all
also. Yes, you're going to get all that stuff. But we're also going to send a runner-upper, since it was a tie, to Phil. And we're going to send him a few things as well.
For all his hard work.
That's right. All right.
Congratulations, you guys. Somebody go out there and tell Phil. I don't think he's in the chat.
He's not in the chat yet. He's probably going to run late. Well, we'll announce it one last time at the end, and we'll bring Tabitha back on. She's feeling like she's going to bounce tonight, but not yet. She'll bounce in a few minutes. So tonight, welcome our guests. The first one will be Clint Orr from Unfinished. We had him on the show in the beginning of the month.
That's right.
Hey, everybody.
Clint.
How's it going?
He did an awesome fan film that we watched for
That's
Ghostbusters,
right.
and it was really cool.
He did. It was a good one.
I
So
liked
Phil,
it.
Tell people where they can find you.
You mean Clint?
Bill,
Clint, yeah, sorry.
well,
Sorry,
Donald.
Clint. My
I,
mic's still on the giveaway.
No, I have a YouTube channel that's just called Clint Orr's Unfinished, and I've just been posting a ton of Ghostbusters stuff because that's what people are watching. So I have other hobbies, but I got a ton of views this week just by putting Afterlife in titles of things. So it's
nice.
There you go.
But yeah,
There
and
you
I
go.
also have ClintOr.com. Boom. I don't know if that's really linked to anything though.
Nice,
There you go.
nice. So what else do you do besides just the Ghostbuster stuff?
Really just any I've been trying to do some like little mini documentaries about things, like YouTube documentaries, because that's what I've like during. I'm a high school teacher, and during my planning periods, I like really get into like the YouTube stuff. And I was like, man, I teach audio video, so I'm like I could make stuff like this, and I don't know. So I'm working on like history of the Evil Dead cabin, and something about like the Mask, how the Mask and Freddy Krueger were almost kind of seen as the same thing by New Line Cinema. So, but I'm kind of feeling like those aren't going to get as much hits right now as Ghostbusters, so I'm probably going to pump out like 4 more Ghostbuster videos first. So.
That's right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Next, we're going to have Matt. The Proton Pack is Not a Toy YouTube channel.
Right.
If you remember him, he was on about a week after Clint. So, welcome, Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hey, there I am. How's it going? So, decided to wear my Mr. Gruberson shirt today. I got my ghost strap that the kids didn't recognize. So I'm ready to go, celebrating Ghostbusters Afterlife,
nice.
Everything that goes on with that. Happy to be back on the show.
That's right. Hey,
we're
good to have
glad
you
to
back on
have
the
you.
show. That's right. Tell us about what you do and where to find you.
Obviously, the Proton Pack is Not a Toy. That's the name of my YouTube channel. You can also put that in as one word on Instagram. Proton Pack is Not a Toy. It didn't fit on Twitter, so it's the initials or whatever you would call it, abbreviation. So at TPPINAT is where you can find me on Twitter. And pretty much if you follow me on one, I link all of my videos anytime I put something up. But
Did we lose you?
on Twitter, ideas and retweet some things on the channel. So follow me on there for just lately. It's been a lot of Ghostbusters Afterlife stuff, but some very detailed videos I've done about the Proton Packs from the first 2 movies. As we get more reference and information about the packs from the new movie, I plan on doing that, but it'll probably be after we have physical copies so I can actually pause Afterlife and be able to see the individual shots and zoom in so that we can get those extra little details on certain parts. So that's coming, and I got a lot of ideas bouncing around my head, but I haven't put out a video in like a week, so I feel like I'm due, but I can't decide which one I want to do first, and so I'm just not doing any. So that's counterproductive.
Right. I laughed out loud.
Subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 1,000. Go ahead.
Nice. What was that, Clint?
I laughed out loud when I saw that he was going to be on here because I subscribed to him like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I've watched like a bunch of his stuff.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Like,
there you go. Look at that.
Small world.
Cool.
Good. William Garman is here saying, hello. What's up, Matt? All right. Matt, you froze a little bit. I don't know if you can hear us, but you're froze. Oh, here, you're coming back. You're coming back.
That. I heard Clint talking about subscribing. That's really cool. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Really good stuff.
I subscribe to Clint's channel too. I'm very jealous of the car.
Yeah.
Definitely. So next Next,
If there were like 1,000 miles between us, we'd be really good friends.
Totally. I think so. The individual, like my favorite was the Ghostbusters 2 packs, like on how how they swapped around and like which one was in Casper, and like that was good stuff. It was like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to do more of that stuff. I mean, it's fun to do, but it takes a lot of squinting at little details and stuff there. So
you're great at it.
It's a lot of work. Hey, I do it all on my phone,
William
so it
says,
takes a little bit
Clint,
of time. Hey, there's my.
he loves your
my
Aedo
viewers.
videos.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
who's
so
next in line there, Dan?
Next in line is going to be E. Bernhard Warg. We just had him
recently had.
That's right. We just had him on this last Sunday. So welcome, Bernhard.
The man with 1,000 voices who can talk a mile a
He must
minute.
be part Tanuki.
And he's making jokes. What's up, Bernhard? How are you?
Ooh, he must be part Tanuki. Hello. Okay. All seriousness. Hi.
Action cut.
Yeah, and not sure what to plug here. Well, I've got a YouTube channel. If you search YouTube for my name, which is underneath my picture there, E. Bernhard Warg. That's W-A-R-G, as in things written by orcs. I know my parents would say W-A-R as in Richard, G as in George, but it's not. It's not Warg. And also, I'm on Facebook, and of course, I'm also a member of the Retro Gaming Ghostbusters of Fulton County, Pennsylvania. Please like them on Facebook and all that sort of thing. And here's another identical card. Stereo, which is much more safe for work than that stereo joke from 2016, but that's another story.
All right, that is another story.
Yeah.
JT says, energy drink?
There you go.
Actually, right now I've just got water, but yeah, generally I do consume way too many energy drinks, but tend to get a headache if I don't get some caffeine.
Next up is from one of our, actually, what was it? It was a fan film. It was a cartoon that was made, and it was
really awesome.
Actually, we did a what was it? A review on it during Clint's time being on our show. So, welcome, Stephen.
Hello.
Everybody. Hello, Steve.
Interwebs. Hi.
That's right. That's right.
Welcome
Thanks for
aboard.
having me.
Stephen. Yeah. Stephen, tell us who you are and what you do.
Yes. Hi, I'm Stephen Shea, and I run an alternative multimedia company called Abyssmal Entertainment. We're based in Los Angeles, California. Do different movies, television, music videos, web stuff, and photography, graphic design, and then just recently during the pandemic got into animation and comic book production.
Oh, very
So I like to stay busy.
Yeah. It's good. Good to be
As far as Ghostbusters is concerned, I'm actually in the Los Angeles Ghostbusters organization, and also I got the incredible experience to be able to write the video game for Ghostbusters Afterlife called Ghostbusters Afterlife Scare, which is out now on mobile devices.
Oh, very cool. I'm going to have to put that on my phone.
Look
Yeah,
at
it's
that,
pretty
Dan.
cool.
We swinging with some high rollers over here. We got people
I know, I
making
see that. Oh,
video
my
games and fan films, Proton packs. Look at that.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Huh?
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. All right. So next, I guess Tabitha is going to say goodbye for tonight.
I'll be tapping out for a little while, guys. You guys enjoy, but I will be
leaving
back
for a
at
while,
the end
but you will be
of the
back.
show and then coming back on to say goodbye. But until then, please put your emoticons together for the great, the fabulous Aedo.
That's right. All right. See you, Tabitha. Thanks for doing the intro, and we'll see you after. Aedo is next. What's up, Aedo?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Aedo is from Fab Works, and he has his own YouTube channel. So tell us,
I do.
Aedo, who you are and what you do. I mean, we've had you on a few times, but you know.
Oh yeah.
Some people don't know.
All right, Aedo, Fab Works, prop production company. Anything prop related, we do. Got my YouTube channel. Just started it recently, so it's I'm new to the whole YouTube community when it comes to videoing and editing and all that good stuff. But it's good. I enjoy it, and that's what I do. So you see that back there, Fab Works, anything and everything from Star Wars, obviously being number one for me. Ghostbusters there, and every film you can think of, from Aliens, you name it. We do every type of prop. So that's it.
Fabulous. Somebody says.
Fabulous. Yeah. Okay, first of all, the name does not mean fabulous. Fab Works is fabrication. But we call it fabulous here. Fabulous.
I thought it was a Thunderbirds reference.
No.
FAB Works.
Our friend Dave White from Whitey Wicked Workshop, he's also does Star Wars props and stuff. But
Oh yeah.
hey, Steven.
Hello.
He's saying hello. We got Gray Flicks saying that Fab Works is an amazing prop company. All right, Gray Flicks.
Thank you.
And so tonight we're going to be just talking. We can talk Ghostbusters. We can just talk anything. We can ask each other questions. We can, obviously, since Steven is new, kind of for the month, we can ask him some questions about his company and his stuff that he does.
Sure.
So yeah, definitely. So who would like to go first? Who's interested?
No, but I'd like to ask Steven, what films have you done? So
Sure. Let's see. We just released our 6th feature, I think, actually about 2 weeks ago. We released a new documentary called Surviving SuperCon, which is a look at one of the biggest mom and pop Comic Cons in the country. It's like a whole behind the scenes crazy running around for 4 days putting out fires movie. And that's available for rental anywhere, Amazon Prime, Vudu, all those places. And then it's on Blu-ray and DVD through Amazon as well.
wow. Okay.
That's the latest. But we've done lots of low budget horror. You know, it's kind of more of what I like to focus on. We did a movie for Trauma. We've been in business for 20 years. Actually, next year's our 20th anniversary for Abyssmal, which is cool.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thanks. The last few years have been a little strange, of course, with COVID. So focused more on animation. We're shopping 5 new animated series now, and then just started offering comic book services from writing through production. So that's been a lot of fun.
Can I send you things?
The only thing we don't do is finance, but a lot of times we get hired to produce. I've done a lot of producing for hire and whatnot, and have certain open door policies to different studios and things that we shop around stuff to. But yeah, most of the time it has to be fully financed.
Yeah, I've done a lot of writing for nothing. So.
Oh yeah, no,
Haven't we all?
we've lost a lot of money too, so it's across the board.
Right.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's really
Thanks.
good.
But yeah, I done my first fan film was Ghostbusters Reanimated. I ended up teaching myself animation during the lockdown because at the beginning of the pandemic here, it locked down hard. You could only go to the grocery store. You couldn't get in anywhere.
Yeah.
So the unions didn't figure out how to even allow production until August. So there was a good 3 months of nothing at all happening. So I dove into YouTube tutorials and taught myself animation and started growing out that arm of the company and made the Ghostbusters animated short, Reanimated.
Okay. Are you using Adobe Animation for is that the program you're using?
Yeah, Adobe Character Animator.
What's the learning curve on that, by the way? If you don't mind me asking.
It's very intuitive, and they keep updating it. And Adobe is also really responsive. I mean, I emailed the head guy there, and he would respond immediately or help fix puppets. And it's actually a lot easier than I think a lot of people want you to know. And now it's all done through your webcam, so you can do real-time animation. You input all your voices, and as long as you pre-rig and set everything up properly, it automates all your voice work. And then you just act out what you want them to do in the webcam, blink your eyes, move your head, and then they do it. And
so it reads your facial structure and everything. So when you move your cheeks and all that, it does it as well. Wow.
Yep, and they just released this month the full body version of that. So now you can take a full body scan in your house and act out all of your characters. It's pretty crazy.
That's impressive. Yeah, I got the whole Adobe suite because I do Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, and Premiere Pro, and I saw Adobe Animation. I was like, ooh, I don't know. It's just another program to learn because typically you kind of stick to one thing and become like very proficient at it. But then when you start venturing out and you start tying them in and overlapping them, it's just a beautiful network. Especially Adobe is amazing.
Well, and it works that way with Adobe too. You'll draw your puppets in Photoshop and you put the layers name certain things. So when you import them into Character Animator, it automates. It auto rigs your whole character as long as it's all labeled correctly in Photoshop, and then it exports directly to Premiere. So
nice.
It's all really, really intuitive. It works really well.
I may have to look into that one.
It's cool, and there's a lot of cool tutorials on YouTube that are really easy to kind of walk you through. There's a guy named OK Samurai who's actually one of the heads at Adobe Animation, and he does all the tutorials for you. And it's pretty cool. Like it took me about a month, I think, to get confident enough to make that short.
Okay.
And then we did all of our visual effects in After Effects.
Yeah, After Effects is the way for visual effects.
Yeah, that helps.
Nice. That's very cool. Very cool. Good stuff. So when you did your Ghostbusters cartoon there, would you ever make more? I know I asked this earlier, but
sure. It's interesting because it was the first time I'd ever done any kind of fan film. I'd seen a ton. Clint, I'd seen yours multiple times, and there's a bunch of cool, like a Ghostbuster network of fan films. That's really neat.
Yeah.
Another reason we did it though is because we knew that Sony was developing a Ghostbusters animated series in 2016, and so I kind of, if Afterlife did well, because we released ours in June on Ghostbusters Day. If Afterlife did well, then we knew Sony was just going to pull up a dump truck full of money and start, doing a million different Ghostbuster projects, which luckily over the past 2 weeks, it did do well.
Exactly.
We kind of also want to be at the forefront of that because I actually have open pitches at Montecito Picture Company, at Ivan's company. So I pitched there before. So they've seen it and everything. But just also kind of want to throw our names in the hat for that, if that comes to fruition.
Hopefully you land that deal, man.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
We're working on it.
Awesome.
Always the hope.
Got confidence. You're gonna get it. Watch.
Thanks.
You're gonna get it.
And it's a lot of fun. In animation, nobody had to leave your house, so we did a couple of SAG shorts. It's really easy with the unions to be able to do it because no one has to interact or anything, and so it's a lot cheaper and easier than live
action.
action.
All the voiceovers?
Not personally. I had actors do that. But they had so many actors had already set up vocal booths in their house during the pandemic because there was so much voiceover work. So they all already had their own booths set up. So it made it really easy.
That's true. We actually interviewed a voiceover person this last a couple weeks back. So she does a cool job. It's really interesting to learn the behind the scenes of all that stuff. That's for sure. That's cool.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. So what's everybody think of the new Afterlife movie that came out?
What's that?
There's a new movie? No wonder this handle looks like this.
All right, you guys are going to murder me because I've been out traveling for business. I haven't had a chance to watch it. So
that's okay. I've seen it enough times to cover for you. So.
All right, good. Pour it on. I'm not about to spoil the sport things. Give it to me because I'm itching to go see it, but I haven't had a chance. So
let's make stuff up.
Let's make
Nice. I guess before we get into that, somebody, our friend R2 wrote, I don't know, is it popping up?
So you got a beard sandwich
going on there. Us two big beard guys, you clean shaven guys.
Well, it's actually this is actually fully grown. That's all I get.
That's all right. Get a little Sharpie and just go to town.
I know this thing's coming off on Thursday evening after we're done with the Altoona Christmas parade. Almost said Halloween parade for some reason. And I won't need it anymore. Then, well, I might keep the mustache briefly and do a gag or two with that, but then I'll get rid of that or two.
Nice.
Matt's
Yeah,
got a
beard.
good beard there going on too.
That was one of my favorite takeaways from. Yeah, that was one of my favorite takeaways from Afterlife. Is now we actually have good guys in the Ghostbusters universe that have beards, because
That's
before
true.
it was just
Yeah.
Walter Peck that had a beard, and now we have Mr. Gruberson, and then spoiler alert, there's another reveal in there with a guy that has a beard that's important to the
That's
movie.
right.
So good for
Santa
us bearded
Claus.
guys.
Santa Claus shows up here.
Yeah, when Santa Claus showed up at the end, the smoke coming down the chimney, just the way you would expect it.
That's right. That's right. That's fun. No, did anybody choke up and cry during that scene? When yeah.
The second time. The
Yeah,
second
the
time.
second
Both
Yeah.
times.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
I got the script last November for the game a year ago, because they'd
wow.
finished the movie a year ago. So
Right.
I had gotten the script and a bunch of scenes and all the photos and everything to build
Now,
the game levels up.
What if you had posted it online?
Oh, it would have been
Like,
it had the
It would've
producer's
been
name on it. Surprise. People wouldn't have believed it though. There were so many people posting random scripts saying, "Oh yeah, it's definitely about this and it's about that."
Right.
Like,
Yeah. That's
No.
always fun. So what was it different reading the script than watching the movie? I mean,
yeah, it is definitely different. It was more different watching the movie, having broken the script down so many times that I kind of memorized it, and then being like, "Well, this scene's missing, or this isn't right." So then the
Where are
second
the
time I
Doritos?
watched it, the second time I watched it, it was a lot more just to enjoy it. The first time I was kind of,
you wanted to critique a
it
little
was
bit.
a little different. But we got to see it at Sony at the family and friends screening. So Ivan and Jason introduced it, and all the crew was there and stuff. And so it was and like every Ghostbuster group in the Tri-County area came
wow.
out. So it was a cool screening.
Well, typically it's like anything else. Like books are making into movies. The books are more detailed. You're not going to get it because they condense everything within an hour and a half, 2 hours of a film. So they're missing a bunch of stuff in there where the book goes into depth. So I can see the same thing happening with the script. There's so much in there, but they can't fit it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I mean,
tell us what podcast's real name. It's Wolverine Park, isn't it?
it's so funny because there's things like that. People ask me all these questions, and I'm like, no, that's pretty much 95% of what the script was. There's just little changes and deleted scenes that are missing, and so I'm curious whether when they release the Blu-ray, if there'll be any additional stuff on it or not, because there's definitely stuff missing.
How
I
many
know
pages
Jason
were
Reitman said he's not going to do an extended cut. He says usually when he sees his films, he wants to make them shorter, which means he's
Right.
Charlie Chaplin, I guess.
Well, the original script for Ghostbusters was only about 45 pages or something like that, or the original one. And then how many pages was in this one?
I forget the exact page count. I mean, but the movie came out at 2 hours and 4 minutes, which I'm sure Sony was like, we can't release a family film at 2 hours because that's a long haul. So I'm sure they tightened it up as much as they possibly could.
Right.
But yeah, everyone was very emotional for sure.
That's cool. Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Want to throw a little trivia question out there for the viewers and see if they know it. Okay, you can't cheat. You can't cheat. You can't go online and start looking for it. You just got to type it in there. All right. Who did the voice for Zool? Does anybody know? There are viewers. I know you guys do. Who did the voice for Zool? Let's see if they can pick that apart. So
This year or 84?
Yeah, that's what my question would be.
Yeah.
84.
84. Okay.
But that's only for the viewer, the ones that are they're in the chats right now. Let's see if they get it. I know all of you guys here on the screen, or you guys know it, but
I figured the
They may
same
not
person
get
did it. in the
I
new
think
one.
so. Yeah, me too. I think the same person did it as well. But let's see if they get it right.
Here's
You got
something
any-
for you guys.
All right.
I just popped into my head. What other 1984 movie was the Gozer actress in briefly?
I don't know.
It's a good one.
Briefly,
It's like she's got a line you can actually hear her real voice. But Slavica
Slavica Jovan, I believe.
Yeah, whatever her name.
Yeah, she's.
No disrespect.
So we got two that says Ivan Reitman and then the other one said Ivan in 84.
Yep. Yep.
And
got
then Tabitha says Godzilla.
They rubbed a resin-coated glove over the strings of a contrabass.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, so that's what it was. It was Ivan that did it.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I think it was also the voice of Slimer in '84. Too.
Right.
Now, Slimer, that name was given by the fans. That's not the original name that
It was
they.
just oh, sorry. I'm making another question. Don't answer.
No. You're fine.
Go ahead.
You're
Go
good.
ahead.
It had a different name
Mhm.
from the cast. Does anybody know that? I know you guys are going to spew it out. So what is
was
it?
the name? I don't know.
Onion
what the
Head.
name is.
Onion Head.
Yeah.
Onion Head, really?
Onion Head.
I mean, if you look in the credits, it mentions Onion Head Sculptor. Even
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah.
Well,
Onion Head. The fans are the ones that named him Slimer.
that always brings up something my friends and I have always talked about is like Aykroyd always jokes that he's the ghost of John Belushi because he's eating and everything. But like,
That's right.
isn't it just how do you become a ghost like that? Like, is that what all
Yeah,
ghosts
because
are? Just
that
brainless?
violates the rules for a Class 5. I mean, Class 5s are supposed to be like the result of strong human emotion or cult rituals,
Well,
not
listen,
actually the
if,
ghost
if
of a
you
human.
see John Belushi, if you know John Belushi, how he looked and how he acted, that's pretty close.
Slimer's
saw
is it? Right.
He wasn't
Yeah,
singing the blues though.
No.
saw-
That would have been cool though.
I saw an interview with one of the the sculptors, and they said something about where I guess Dan Aykroyd called and said, "Make the ghost look like John Belushi," and they they really didn't do anything, and then they sent it back, and then he goes, "Yeah, that looks just like it."
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
so I guess it really, I don't know if it looks like him or not. I mean, I don't think so, but
It's terrifying. Yeah.
It looks that way if that's what you're looking for.
Judy Belushi would be terrified to know that.
Yeah.
That's
Well, Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, they were very tight.
yeah,
They were very tight.
friends. Yeah.
Extremely. Yeah. So
We had a lot of those Bluto from Animal House mannerisms as
Yeah.
Slimer.
Look at that water
overeating and then just
I'm in there.
yeah.
He was always like kind of
So-
sad though that it was like the whole Chris Farley complex too. Like he wanted to be kind of taken a little more seriously and not just like the heavy funny guy like the
right.
Yeah.
'cause he did that Continental Divide movie that tanked. You know that.
Yeah, he was typecast. Once he did those other things, he was done. That
Yeah.
was it. Because that's what everybody took him for, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Unbelievable actor. I mean, he's great.
He was.
Was.
Good. That was good.
Yeah.
I mean, Jake Blues was totally different from that. He was a rockin' character. So
Right.
that was totally different from his Animal House
Right.
character.
Yeah.
If you watch like all of his other movies, though, like even like Neighbors or him and Aykroyd like swap places. And, like, they were originally going to play. He like played the Aykroyd part in that, and that's a weird movie too. If you guys haven't,
Right.
I've never seen that one.
that one.
I didn't like it.
It's been a while.
Only saw the ending.
Fun. Sweet.
It's the same thing like and most people don't know, like the movie, the original name of the Ghostbusters wasn't Ghostbusters.
Had a whole bunch of different names.
Yeah, they did, but the original one, I think it was supposed to be like in space, right? I think it was like
Or at least in other dimensions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost Smashers or something like that.
Ghost
Yeah.
Smashers.
Ghost Smashers,
Ghost
they also
Smashers?
tried Ghost Breakers,
Right.
lots of other things.
Ghost blasters.
I always thought it was they wanted. I thought they wanted Busters first, but it was because of that stupid cartoon or the
cartoon.
live action.
The beginning live
it was a
action
live
series.
action show.
Yeah.
For,
The Filmation.
with,
Yeah.
But then they
Bob
gave
Burns or-
offered Filmation a percentage of the net. Back before people knew that was useless, I guess.
That's why we
No
have the
film
real
has
good.
ever netted a profit.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Crazy. And if you find out who the original cast, what they were originally casting folks, like for Winston, it was Eddie Murphy.
Mhm.
You know, people don't know that. They're
Danny
like,
was supposed to be
Really? People don't know that?
Tully, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
John Candy.
Yeah, apparently he wanted to do it with a Viennese accent, and I said, nah, better not.
Yeah, the storyboards have candy in it. If you look at the
Yeah, the big guy.
Mhm.
I think what came out instead of what they were hoping for, I think turned out better. Honestly,
Yeah.
in my opinion, you know.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you get those happy mistakes.
Yeah.
I would like to call it.
Rick Moranis would not have
Yeah.
a career if he'd been like Eugene Levy. You have to wait like 40 years for people to know who he is.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
right, so-
I'm saddened that Rick Moranis didn't like show up in a cameo or something.
That was my only like. I thought honestly, mid credits he was gonna be like,
Damn.
Spoiler.
well,
Damn.
sorry.
Yes.
I
I mean,
wanted
you've
it.
heard, yeah.
Hey, he did it first.
I mean, you've heard
No,
the
no,
theory
no.
that actually Lewis came to the rescue in Ecto 2, but he accidentally ended up in Somerville, South Carolina. Right?
Dude, I would have loved if Rick
There
would
you
have
go.
made it.
That's
That
what
would have
happened.
completed it.
Joke stolen from the Yes Have Some podcast. Got to attribute my sources.
All right, so let me ask you guys, because you guys watched the film. Did they pass the torch? Did the transition happen in this film?
Well, after all the original Ghostbusters got killed at the
In a
end,
way.
Yeah, it's a
No,
Henry
bad-
by Slimer.
We're not talking about the 2016. That's not even existing there. But
Well, it
we're
doesn't
talking-
exist continuity wise to the other films. So, yeah.
right, but did they pass the torch to this on? Do you feel that they did?
kind of.
Kind of.
I
They
Not-
didn't pass it in a way that we had always
Not 100%.
Not 100%.
They didn't
yeah.
pass it in a way like
It more
right,
so
like
like
we'd always heard that it was going to be a group of 4 other people that they were going to train in the firehouse to take over as leaders. They didn't do it that way. It was more of a family situation, and then it left on a note of this the jump where
You're
it
breaking-
could kind
you're
of
breaking
go
up, man.
anywhere
Pretty bad.
in the Ghostbusters use.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
cutting off a lot.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. It was just I'm trying to listen to what you were saying, and you're chop it. All right. So anybody else on that one? Mac, is the audio.
I think it expands the torch. It
Okay.
doesn't necessarily say, okay, you're the new Ghostbusters. It's more
Okay.
so opens it up for the universe to get bigger.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of different avenues that they can go with, I think, after this one.
Right.
I think that
Right.
goes with Reitman's or Jason Reitman's theme that
Bernhard's
anybody
over.
can be a Ghostbuster.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I like that. I like that. That's good.
Yeah. I like the ending of the end credits. That was a good. That was good with Winston at the end.
With
taking
Winston
over.
playing
that's
Samuel
why-
L. Jackson. Yeah.
Yes.
Spoiler,
And that was shot.
Samuel Jackson.
It's- Yeah, there's 2 after credit scenes, and that second one was
Well,
shot.
post credits
way
and
later.
mid credit and post credit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And they
He
shot
was
that
the-
last summer. Like that was the last minute add
Oh,
on.
really? It was
Way
Right.
after the movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
Did they
nice.
use Did they use 27 like the firehouse?
They shot it in LA
Because I
Yeah,
didn't
at
know,
the
like,
actual
is-
firehouse.
Yeah, there's no way.
So they use the interior firehouse.
because the interior firehouse is in Los Angeles and the
Yeah,
exterior
but
is in New
they're
York.
they're renovating it to make it some like art.
It's going to be a
center
youth center. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in a really horrible neighborhood.
Oh, I know.
And
I've
so
been
it's
there.
it's
Oh,
kind of
that's-
scary. Like we've never gotten the nerve to take a picture in front of it.
I couldn't find a
It's-
place to park. I had a Jeep
Yeah.
Wrangler, and I was worried.
There's
my
always
windows were
been-
gonna get-
Yeah,
Do a
there's always been
drive-by
police
photo
around
talk.
it. Like it's kind of a scary part of town, but
I
Well,
did a
that's
YouTube
not-
video about it. You guys should go
Nice.
watch it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the history of the.
We'll do,
Yeah.
Clint. That's cool.
Yeah. I think I did
That's
watch
great.
that one. So
Yeah.
I was surprised that it, and so they didn't use the interior of the New York City one at all.
in the
any-
movie,
Yeah.
no,
No.
it's
None
just
of
the
the movies?
exterior.
Okay, it's just the exterior. Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Well, I guess you glimpsed the interior when it was exiting, but that's about
See, yeah,
Well, hey, here's a nerdy question for you guys who might know. The doors for the New York firehouse, are those fake in the movie? Because as far as I can tell, every picture I've seen, they've had a roll-up door, even in like the early '90s.
I think they changed them shortly after Ghostbusters 2.
I feel like
Yeah, 'cause
I was thinking
they
were
renovated
fake.
that whole firehouse too,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
It is.
changed
Yeah,
everything.
so that it would match the Playmobil version.
Yeah, because one of the doors, it was a double door.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Door within a door.
And,
All right.
Well, my whole just looking for reference pictures when I made that video, and just I've always wondered, like I feel like they made fake like faux doors for the New York house to match the LA doors.
Hmm.
Because the LA doors look like the
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
they might.
I mean, I'm sure for now, yeah, they have to, obviously, because the fire department, right? You know.
I guess. I mean, I couldn't find any early '80s pictures of the New York. There's like nothing in.
I thought it was interesting. I did a shoot at that firehouse, a photo shoot in October, and the firehouse in the movie, they take off all the little blue stars and engine number 8, like they take that off in Ghostbusters 1. But then like the Lego firehouse that I have has all the blue stars because they come back at some point.
Huh.
It's weird because when you first go to the firehouse, it has all that stuff on it, and they remove all of it when they put up their Ghostbusters sign.
They left it in Ghostbusters 2.
In part 2, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they were
was just-
proud. They were proud in '89. They're like, yeah.
Well, they probably were actually using it at that point. It's like-
That's it, yeah.
so the Lego firehouse is not accurate, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Much too small.
Yeah.
Now, what
Now, let
about the toy firehouse that what Mattel? No, was it Mattel?
Kenner.
Kenner.
Kenner, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that one accurate at all?
No basement.
Also, I mean, the doors protrude into the second floor. Like, you know, the doors go. Here's where the second floor begins, and the doors go. You know, you have to actually take the roof rack off of Ecto 1 to fit it in there.
Also, the real firehouse doesn't have a red spinny thing that your feet snap into to go down the poles.
That's right.
Why not? That's what it's
good.
Yeah, you don't have to have a second
I
floor.
like those red spinny things that you turn the noise and then the doors open and stuff. Those are fun.
That's awesome.
My feet do have giant holes in the heels, though, for those things.
You can stick onto the ground pretty good.
Mhm. So I stand in my kitchen and stuff. It's
I got a
Hey.
dent in the bottom of one of my
Yeah.
feet. That's not really a hole.
Hey Matt, your Proton packs. Now you saw the film again. Spoil it for me. What's new on the Proton pack? Being that you're the Proton pack guy.
All right, let me know if my audio is my audio any better
You're
now?
good,
I
yeah,
hit
it
some
sounds
buttons.
good
I don't
now.
know if it fixed it. Okay, they
It's,
did
it's
some
just-
upgrades. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's just
Still
your
shaky?
internet is just. Yeah, I think it's just your internet connection or something. But
Yeah, do I need to
It's
close
okay.
it and come back?
no,
It
I don't
doesn't
think-
quite look like this. Imagine this with a bunch of extra stuff
Yeah.
on it. Ugh.
There was basically just that one proton pack that we see with Phoebe that was Egon's pack. And then there's the gunner seat pack in the Ecto 1. And those were the only two that really had any kind of modifications on them. But there is a part where they're down inside a mine where Egon had rigged something up with some proton packs that are different as well. But as far as the other Ghostbusters, when they come back in,
See your
they're
dad's-
wearing 1989 style proton packs from Ghostbusters 2. And that was confirmed by
okay.
Ben Eady, the prop master.
Nice.
Very cool.
Any new devices that came out in this film? Was there anything new that came out?
Couple
Retail.
alterations.
I
really?
mean, just modifications of old stuff. I mean,
Okay.
obviously
There's,
the trap that we and
Yeah.
the
The
trailers.
RGB trap.
Picture this having more parts. Yeah.
yeah.
Vroom. That's
The
right.
RTV, and there's a
The
new
PKE meter
PKE
has
meter.
a taser function.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
PKE.
cool.
The goggles. The goggles have like a Polaroid built into the side of it, so you can take a picture of what you're looking at.
Yep.
So no real like new props, but just upgrades or changes to the stuff that we're used to for the most
Okay.
part.
which I think was the main complaint from critics, right? That the movie itself was a bunch of old parts with new stuff added and not too much new stuff itself.
Mm.
It worked for Force Awakens.
That's right.
Hey, look, I love.
Or did it?
No, it
I love Afterlife.
Money
but
wise, it did.
not a
it worked
Force
better
Awakens.
here, I would say, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think I'm biased though.
You have to have stuff
I-
that was recognizable because you're not going to have, for the majority of the movie, the original actors in it. And it's not based in New York. So you had to have some kind of connective tissue to let people know that this does date back to what we're used to from the 80s. So having the car, having the equipment helped people say, okay, I remember that. And if it was too different, then people would complain, would be like, well, you know, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I grew up with. And so having
like
it be, so it's
movie.
basically Egon's often by himself, like in the field, and doing this all by himself. Think of like if you were a soldier that was lost for 30 years and you had to just make do with what the stuff you had, the changes that you would have to make, or cobbling things together to make things work. It's basically what he was doing with the stuff that he had, because he was on his own.
Right.
Yeah, there are some other elements, like in the climax, that they utilize old tech updated in different ways that is pretty cool.
Well, yeah,
that makes sense.
It just kind of follow the theme, because the proton packs in 1 and then the proton pack in 2, there was an evolution. It was minor, but both films it evolved slightly. So they're following the same steps as on this one. It evolved slightly.
And the new Spengler pack, the cyclotron actually spins, so you get to see how the cyclotron works.
Yeah.
You see the light spinning really quickly as opposed to going.
Instead of going like this. Yeah.
There you go. Bernhard,
One of our guys just built a new
And she
pack
actually-
that has the spinning cyclotron.
Spinning
It's pretty
cycle.
cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like that. Anyways, especially the sound it makes.
Oh yeah.
That was so cool. That was so
And
cool.
Phoebe takes it apart, and you get to see what's inside of it for the first time, and see
Oh, yeah.
how he kind of built it, which is really cool.
Which is cool.
Steven, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I don't know if this is off base or if this is something that you can answer, but as someone who has at least viewed the script, I want to know an answer to something that some people have been asking on the intro of the movie. We see Egon pick up the PKE meter taser, and then the arms come out of the chair. People are asking if he was using that PKE meter as self-defense, or if he intentionally killed himself with the taser so that the terror dog could not inhabit him and cause, Gozer to come back. Do you kind of give any hints on that, or do you...
I've had a couple people ask me that actually, and under everything that I know, he did not kill himself. In fact, what I think happened was they shot that's a little bit more of that scene, but they didn't want to show too much of him being killed. You know what I mean? They didn't want to start the movie with a horrific death scene of a beloved character. And so I think they just trimmed it a little bit more than they actually had shot. Because nothing that I had ever read or seen was that he was trying to kill himself.
Interesting.
Okay, that was one of the things on the Crossrip podcast where they interviewed Aryan, and he said that it was a lot more violent in that part. And so that made me think, okay, that doesn't answer my question any of whether it was him taking himself out or just fighting it off. So interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. That would be cool if he does. I know he said already in an interview that he won't make like an extended version, but it would be cool to see one. Just to say, I'm that kind of guy, I like Lord of the Rings, the extended.
Yeah.
I like all that stuff, I like watching.
Well, that's where the rope comes from.
Yeah.
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 Answer the call, the extended edition, right?
Yeah, no, that didn't even help me.
No, that had the worst Pringles joke. Didn't have the good one.
That didn't even help the movie.
It added the 7-figure dance scene, though, which is helpful.
Yeah, made the movie so much more believable.
Yeah.
I'd be totally down for a 3-hour version of Afterlife. That was one of my complaints was, okay, 2 hours wasn't enough. I wanted more. I was left wanting more.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wanted more with the guys, the older guys, another 3 to 5 minutes with them. I felt would have been solidified a little.
Always leave the audience wanting more.
But
yeah, so there comes another question then.
you
with
know,
that. Like
wanting more
when
is
they
than
come-
wanting a sequel, not
Yeah.
necessarily feeling like it left something out.
Right.
Right.
Now with the three guys coming into the scene and with their proton packs and stuff, does it tell you how they get there? Like, did they drive something? Did they go in a helicopter? What like
It sort of. I
sort
think
of?
there's a little bit more. I mean, it's definitely, I feel like getting those three guys on set, they're going to be a lot funnier than what they had
Right.
written down for them.
Right.
So I think there was a slight bit more explanation, but the scenes are in a different order. So those credit scenes are in a different place in the movie originally.
Mm.
So I think that you would have been able to figure it out a little bit more, but there's not like a ton more. I feel like
Right.
just like a few minutes of stuff that would
Yeah,
add
because they
to
don't
it.
they don't show how they get to that scene where they're fighting off Gozer. They just kind of appear, and that's
Well,
okay. I mean that
Be less of a surprise if we saw them getting there.
Well, and I mean, I think the original idea was that Winston got them there. Now
Okay.
that he is a
I
Titan,
figured that.
he flew them
Right.
there in his helicopter. I think was the
Okay.
original idea.
Ecto 2, right? Isn't that what that was?
It could be. I mean,
My
they're
kinda
definitely
Headcanon thing.
planning
Yeah.
more stuff.
Yeah. My kind of
Hey, quick-
headcanon thing that I was trying to posit was, okay, then Janine knew where the house was, and so they were able to get that information from her.
Mhm.
But when the kids split up at the sheriff's office, when they took Ecto 1 and then Lucky took the police car and went a different direction, I was thinking, okay, maybe Lucky's going off there to meet the original team in some kind of easier to find location and then be able to basically escort to the house while the kids in Ecto 1 were doing the other end of the deal. And so you don't see the original guys until you see Lucky come out of the house again. And so now that Lucky's here and then the Ghostbusters are right behind her, I was thinking that maybe, okay, they're putting their packs on and stuff for a second, and that's why it takes them a minute to show up around the same time. But headcanon-wise, that's the way I was trying to put it together, because I'm in the same boat. It just seems kind of abrupt. It's like, hey, flat top, and then they just walk in out of nowhere. It's odd. I wish they would have done it a little bit differently in a way, but I mean, it doesn't ruin the movie or anything of that nature. But
Right. That's true.
I'm just wondering what their other options were.
Yeah, they needed a bridge scene between the two, but I thought the same thing when
Right.
this was.
Right.
Hey, Clint, are you you have an Ecto one, is that right? Do you have like the 1959 Cadillac Miller, or what Ecto you have?
I've got a 65, a 64, and a 60 that we're cutting the quarter panels off of to make a 59.
Wow.
So, but it's all, I might be 50 before all that happens. So, yeah.
And $150,000 in debt, right? Is that
No, not
No?
really. My dad and I, like, we're car people, and
Okay.
he has a good buddy who's probably like the best mechanic he knows ever, who's retired.
Mhm.
And so now he just kind of comes over and works on our stuff. So he's doing he's working on like an LS swap for that 60 millimeter.
Right.
So really the only thing I'm worried about is the glass. Like it's rotten, and that's like most of the comments I'm getting on YouTube are just like, oh, it's too far gone. I was like, we've fixed worse than that before. I mean, if
Right.
you have time, and obviously this car's the 59s, there's like 400 made of the millimeter, the 59 like wraparound glass cars. So,
Yeah.
but so I mean, it's
Futura.
totally it's worth fixing. Yeah, Futura duplex. But
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you part of a Ghostbuster groups where you live?
no.
No.
I honestly, after we made that movie, I feel like Steven might feel the same way. Like I was so done with it. like I spent like years making that movie, and like
Right.
took the car out like 100 times, and just got so. We parked it, and then I moved to LA to be a writer, actor, whatever,
Mhm.
and so it sat for years, and then I eventually moved back, and it was just buried in a warehouse. My dad put like tons of crap behind it. So, but We dug it
Wow.
out for Afterlife and got it fixed, and it's in my driveway right now. So
That is awesome.
yeah.
Matt, how about you, Matt? Are you in a Ghostbusters group or no?
I refer to myself as a freelance Ghostbuster. I'm kind of doing my own thing.
All right.
I've kind of dabbled with a group in Dallas before, but I'm an hour away from most of those guys.
Right.
And some of them are kind of in cahoots with a recaster that's pretty famous. And so I didn't want my name to some of the activities going on with that.
Right.
And so I've just kind of decided to do it with just me and my kids. We dress up just on, Comic Cons and Halloween and just, special event type things. But I would love to do more stuff with the, like the Arizona Ghostbusters do, where there's a lot of charity work and a lot of.
Yeah, I've seen a
good
lot of their stuff. Yeah.
We'll do that, but I just don't have a whole lot of people in my neck of the woods that are into that kind of thing. So
Yeah, we
I just kind
got
of do my own thing, and I'm happy.
right. Yeah, we got two down here, and we got one in Jacksonville called the 904 River City Ghostbusters, and then the other one's called the Daytona Ghostbusters down in Daytona, Florida. Two good groups. They do charity work as well. They do all that great stuff. Occasionally I'll jump in there with them, but they're good folks. So I know Bernhard. I know you are part of a group, right?
Yeah, the Retro Gaming Ghostbusters of Fulton County, Pennsylvania. I guess technically I'm an auxiliary member since I live in Center County, which is basically Fulton County. I think is near the Maryland border, and Center County is you probably figured that out from the name.
Right. Outstanding, Steven. Not you, right? You're too busy. You are.
I'm in Los Angeles Ghostbusters, which has been great. We actually did a big charity event a couple weeks ago at Scum and Villainy, the big Star Wars bar in Hollywood, and we raised about $13,000 that night for our children's charity that we partner with. And luckily, being here so close to Sony, we get to do a lot of events for them too.
Steven, you're just killing it, man. You're killing on every angle.
That's right.
I like to stay busy.
Yeah, how do you do it, man? It's impressive.
You just don't sleep. There's not a lot of sleep involved.
Sleep when you're dead, right?
A lot of energy drinks, no sleep.
There you go. Cool.
But we have fun. We have four different types of ectos. There's one guy here that has a fully built original that we've done some stuff with. But in the group, I think we have 4 different units. We just got our first containment unit, which was cool.
Ooh,
there was a guy in Utah that had built this huge, built a Ghostbusters haunted house. I guess he's a retired engineer, and he was going to throw all of his props away. And someone was like, well, they let us know about it. And they're like, well, it's a 14-hour drive there to pick it up. And I'm like, I'll go right now. So I drove 14 hours to Utah and back and got a full working containment unit, does everything it does in the movie. Got a toaster that dances and all kinds of stuff. So.
Steven, had I known you back in the days, I did a big giant haunted house, Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. And I built all these props for Ghostbusters, and I ended up having to smash everything. Containment unit, full size, everything. I had Vigo, everything. I ended up getting rid of everything. Yeah. Even baby Oscar. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see it. Oh, cool. All the Ghostbuster stuff that was pre-built.
That's what this guy did. He was just a retired engineer, and he's like every year he builds some big haunted house and he just throws it all away. He did Star Wars the year before, and he had full life-size evaporators. And he's like, yeah, they were 30 feet tall, but what am I going to do with them? It's like, yeah. That was a good score, though.
Would love that. Yeah,
big time.
That is a good score. That's for sure. Let's see here. I'm gonna get on some comments real quick. We got Uncle Mike that came in. Hello, Uncle Mike. Tim's Talk. Hello. And then let's see here. Avery Cruz. Everyone's telling me I should work for CNN. I don't know why. That would be great. Sure, I'll work for Dan Como. R2 says Dan Como has an interesting ring to it.
Dan Como. Good gravy.
Jeez.
That was
no thanks. I am Italian, but no. I'm the other Italian. I'm on the other side of what he does.
That's awesome.
Anyways. Yeah. All right. Sorry for cutting in. But
it's your show.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. It's just that every once in a while we want to talk about
absolutely.
The watchers there, whatever they're called.
What?
JT Gunter, yeah, the watchers.
Arizona
JT Gunter
Ghostbusters are
says,
cool dudes.
Yep.
They are cool. I got to finally work with them the week Afterlife came out. Here they have a place called Randy's Donuts with this gigantic donut on top. And
nice.
Sony took it over and put a giant Afterlife logo as the donut and brought out the screen-used Ecto from Afterlife. They have two of them. They had one they shipped to New York that runs for the premiere there.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that doesn't run, they had here for the premiere. And so they just parked that out in front. And so a bunch of us all went out and hung out all day. And I got really sick eating donuts. But they did give us the Hasbro mini puffs that aren't out yet. We each got like our own little mini puff and stuff.
What? That's awesome.
I attached it to my Proton pack, holding onto the wires.
Dude, that's cool.
Speaking of screen use,
The next unlock
Afterlife,
goal.
do you know which Afterlife Ecto is the 1A? Like, because
That's been the biggest question, and I never got that answered for me either. Like, what happened to the Ecto 1A?
it's one of the Afterlife cars. It's got to be because it's
what they used from the screen used one. Yeah, they did. They did make it into one of the Afterlife cars, but in the movie, like they never explain what happened to the Ecto 1A.
No, I meant like the physical
I'm not
car.
sure.
Like,
I'm not sure which body they used for it, but yeah, they did say they used one of them.
well, I saw some screenshots where like you could see where the yellow, their orange light was mounted to the lower bumper, and one shot of like when they're chasing Muncher.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if it was like the hero car had a
lot of, and they cut them in half. Like they had a bunch of chunks of it too for different.
Well,
shots.
that was a 61 though. So the one they used.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't, but they had two 59s. It looked like,
Right.
I don't know. I'm just obsessed with the cars. The cars, my thing.
No, it was cool to see it in person and see because everything in it was really awesome, and it was so funny trying to get them to drive it. I've seen these record guys putting it up on the trailer and stuff. Like this, the engine sound is so gnarly on the screen used one. But
did you get pictures of it? Because I've been looking for pictures, like close-up pictures of the.
I probably have some. There should be a bunch of people took reference photos there of it. All the interior, like
Clint,
the ramp for the RTV and everything.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, Clint, go to. Are you in the
is it on GB
Ghostbusters
Fans yet?
Library group? No, there's a group called the Ghostbusters Library. It's a group on Facebook. Join that, and there was a guy that put like 900 pictures up.
Cool. Okay, sweet. Yeah, because that's
the one that was. It was when it was at that same time when it was at Randy's Donuts.
Yeah,
and
people took a lot of reference
basically
shots
walked
of it.
around it.
Well,
almost 1,000 pictures.
My friend who was in our Ghostbusters movie, he moved to LA with me like 10 years ago, and he still lives in LA. And I saw the Randy's Donut things because we used to go there all the time, like on the way to the airport. I'm like, dude, you got to go down there and take pictures of this car. He's like, I don't.
Wow.
So it didn't happen. So.
Hey, if I find that post, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I can send you my email because I deleted my social media when I became a high school teacher. So
smart,
dangerous.
I think it's all based off of a Flickr account, and so you don't have to have YouTube or
cool
Facebook to actually get it.
Yeah, I think I got your email.
For you.
I got your email when Dan sent the link for tonight. I'll email you or something.
Yeah.
Later. I feel like we're boring people with the.
That's right.
Give me pictures.
We're the ones on here. They're not, right?
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
That's the thing about the two cars, though. They had the one that had the functioning part underneath for the gunner seat to actually fold out, the scissor part, and then another one that didn't necessarily have that functional on there, like the door would open, but it wasn't powered with the scissor part.
Yeah.
And so they would use that one more for the wider shot driving scenes, but the close-up one with the folding out gunner seat. I don't know which one was the 1A in that scenario either. I'm curious about that too, because the only thing I saw was that. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
When we do this for my class, everybody has to mute themselves and raise their hand.
Hello.
I was just thinking that like I mean, movie studios don't care, but sentimentally, if Jason Reitman was sentimental about it, he would probably keep the 1A as original as you could, and not like tear the back end up to do the scissor. So maybe the driving one is the 1A. I don't know.
And I do know the one that was at Randy's. It was the because they told us it was Sony marketing was there all day with us, so it was cool to get some of the stories. And they were like, "This is the car that just sits, so it's like the car that's in the barn for all the close-ups of things." Because the one at Randy's didn't have the proton pack mounted to the gunner seat, which in the movie it's actually built into the gunner seat, with a little snout wand. So that one didn't have that at all. So it was like, oh, okay, this was the one that just like sat in the barn and parked different places. Because a lot of that ending, that climax, was all on soundstage. You know, they did build the full-size house in Canada, but a lot of it was green screen, was blue screen soundstage work.
Well, that's the one thing that was like that I would have done differently, because like you could tell it's soundstage stuff because it's all like medium close-ups and mediums, and like when they all show up, it's like
heightened reality.
You don't get a wide shot of it. It's just like like, and that was just like it's like TV show.
Yeah. Did you guys get to see the Adam Savage YouTube thing he did with the interior with the prop guys and how they built the interior of the house? And it was just amazing from start to finish. The detail work on that, it's unreal. Everything had its place, numbered. They knew exactly where it needed to be for each cut, each filming. I was impressed with that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So JT Gunter says the toy from the 80s had the gunner seat. So is that?
Yeah, but that was on top.
Kind of got that from?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he's got one. He's got one handy.
Let me see.
Mine's right on this side of me. I can tell it's out of the frame, but I got one too.
There you go. I'll mute his.
Yeah, I'm going to put a gunner seat on my SUV, maybe with a Proton picture.
That's right.
It's interesting when they did they had the teaser trailer. Some overly nitpicky fans were there. They better have a scene where they explain why the ladder's on the other side, and then the other fans were like, "Oh, come on, that's ridiculous." And then see the second trailer. Oh, I guess they kind of did explain why the ladder's on the other side. Huh?
Yeah, even Jason Reitman tweeted it out. Jason Reitman tweeted out, "See, and you thought we forgot the ladder."
Right. Yeah. Nice. We got Phil coming on late. Hello, Phil. How you doing? You missed it, but we'll talk about it again at the end. So, yeah.
Phil with the awesome drawings, man.
Yeah, he did some awesome drawings.
This is something that I'm doing a YouTube video on, but I haven't finished it, so here's a sneak peek. But I built a Afterlife Ecto. But I also
Kenner one?
did I made the gunners pop out.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
It's beautiful.
But I also I made it where like the drip rails on the car like are cut out with the rest of the car too, instead of, and the back door opens like
Nice.
That is too cool.
That's
I don't
great.
know.
Wow.
That is cool.
You hence the door and everything. Cool. I appreciate it. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I like, it's actually my car from when I was a kid, from like 1990. So
Wow.
Oh, so you just fixed you
yeah,
upgraded it.
Yeah.
Distressed
I
bend
painted
beat
mine
it
to
up.
look
Add
like
to
the
it.
original 1984 movie version. So I totally understand wanting to do that. They were turning yellow so bad, you might as well do something else with it, right?
Well, I was gonna do that to it, and then I don't know. I got excited. I was really hoping that Afterlife wouldn't suck, in case like doing my car. But, like I put the
Damn it!
like
Oh, right.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good. That is great.
Applause, my friend. Good job.
I gutted a
Playmobil?
Playmobil car, yeah. And,
Thought I recognized that version of the sound.
well, I tried to make the lights myself, and I just couldn't get them to rotate correctly. It just didn't look good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fun.
There you have it. And I've also built a Egon's house, like farmhouse, like model. I can't put my hand in there. I'm kidding. That's
right
that's
behind
not,
you.
that's not.
Dream
That's my
house.
that's my
Fair to
daughter.
Doc Brown, Egon had more time.
That's my. This is my daughter's treasure trove of Christmas stuff I'm hiding from her.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's actually that's not a Ghostbusters house. It's just
Egon Dream House.
yeah.
That's right.
That's
That's right. They should make it. Somebody will buy it. You know that.
It is funny. Last Christmas, since I had read the script early, I asked for an Aztec death whistle, like a real one, for Christmas last year. And my wife was like, "What is this thing?" And I was just like, "No, just it's going to be cool. I promise. In a year, you'll understand." And so I got a real one, and it works.
Go to sleep, buddy. Go to sleep.
And so now when we go to conventions and stuff, I blow that thing as loud as possible, and it scares the hell out of everyone. It's a horrible human scream noise. That's amazing.
Lovely.
But you can still get them handmade in Mexico. It's pretty cool.
That's neat.
Nice. Nice.
Need
Now-
one for my classroom.
Yeah,
That was the one thing that Adam
good.
Savage made.
That's right.
Yeah.
He did.
But his didn't work. They weren't. They
No.
didn't work.
It wasn't real, huh?
Yeah.
No.
That
He
guy
had mold. He did it with clay, and then he cast and made a mold, and then he reproduced them, and then painted them, and
Right.
then delivered them. Which I mean, the paint job is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
It was unreal.
I'll take one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. There's been a couple of
Pretty
fan
good.
groups that made them too, and they're selling them now. I saw
Right.
like on Etsy. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Now, how would you? Obviously, if it's a whistle, it's got to have those holes and stuff the right way, right?
Mhm.
Is that how-
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Here, I'll grab.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's got one.
Hey, want to throw out another challenge to the viewers there, Dan? Let's see if they get this one. Let's see if they know their film. All right, and the Ghostbusters, well, obviously the headquarters, right, the firehouse. It was also remodeled for a mechanic shop for another film. Does anybody know what film that was?
Oh yeah, I do.
Do you? Okay.
That was
Hey,
one of
we
those-
got Bernhard. Bernhard is going. Come on, Bernhard, can you nail it?
Oh, I thought you said for the viewers. Okay.
Oh, you can do it. You can do it
The
too,
mask?
Bernhard. The mask.
Is it-
You're right. You're right.
So this is the real one.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's cool.
Ooh.
Blow it. I want to hear it.
It's very light, very
Yeah.
lightly blowing. It gets really loud.
Listen,
That
grab
almost does
that.
sound like
Crazy loud.
screaming. I like
Grab that and go to the public toilet and just do that
Middle of a Walmart.
in the middle of Walmart. Oh my gosh, that'd be
Tear
so
people's
good.
pajamas off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. That's
You're on a plane in the potty, you're like screaming.
When I first got it, we hiked to the top of the valley here in LA, and I think I blew it as loud as I could. I just want to see how loud it would get. It is
I
freaking
like when I
loud.
tested my world's loudest whistle in the middle of the woods. Yeah.
So, Steven, what'd you pay for that? But you don't mind me asking.
$30.
$30.
$30. Yeah, they're pretty affordable. I forget the name of the. I can look up what the company was and let you guys know. They're in
That would be
Mexico. They
cool.
hand make them. They have a bunch of different styles. You can get bigger, more expensive ones, but yeah, they're really cool.
That is neat.
That is awesome.
Now, why is it that in the movie podcast only uses it once? Is there like a deleted scene maybe that he's uses it more than once?
Didn't look like
Um,
it worked.
Yeah.
Because I think there was originally supposed to be another scene, and that is not. That's not in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was.
suggested that I suggested that he should have used it to pop the mini Stay Puffs instead of just
That's
using. He could have been overwhelmed and then
Right.
could have worked it in there.
Could have worked it in. That's right.
The Stay Puft. That was okay. Does anybody know the price of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit? How much that cost? The original.
No.
The suit.
Oh.
I thought you were going to ask how much the Stay Puft marshmallows cost in the movie at Walmart.
No.
$1.20.
They were like $100,000 a piece, right? And they made 2 of them.
20,000 a piece.
20,000.
Yeah, 20,000 a piece.
Maybe adjusted for inflation.
There was a lot of them, and they burned most of them up.
Yeah, 20 grand a piece.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I'll cry if they burned that thing.
Well, they probably did, right? For the movie there.
At least partially.
They burned everything.
Oh,
as far as I could tell.
So here for the death whistle, if you go to firstnationsmusic.com.
Let me go to that.
I don't think I can type in here, right? Or here.
Music.
Oh, I just put it in the private chat.
Okay, I see it.
I'll copy it. No.
Those are the ones I can vouch for that work really well.
Wow.
Everybody's getting a death whistle for Christmas.
Heck yeah. I'm not gonna tell anyone I have it.
How much do they cost? Are they,
Mine was, I think it's $30.
30.
oh, really? That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's getting one for Christmas.
Yeah, they got a bunch of different styles and stuff there.
Hello.
Yeah, they got some here that they range from 200, 300, and then down to the price range that you said.
Mm-hmm.
They get really, really detailed. It's pretty damn neat.
And they're all like handmade and stuff for this company. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's like a hippie commune. I think that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. They have videos on YouTube. If you watch their videos, they're really funny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like the handmade Aztec death whistle. That is $150. That thing is gorgeous.
Yeah, there's some cool ones.
Nice. Gosh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's one thing my 9-year-old is not getting for Christmas.
My nephews are younger. I'd get it for them just to piss off their parents, but
Of course.
Hey, as a parent, parents can hide stuff.
That's true. Yeah,
That's true.
Or just completely throw it away because it's happened several times in my house.
Yeah, I got all my nephews
or they don't have
Stay Puft popper guns they released. Ghostbuster poppers.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have bought one.
My daughter's favorite toy right now is the Hasbro Gozer. She walks around going, "Die!" 3, and it's cute.
Nice.
That's good.
I guess.
All right, so here's a question for all of you. 2016 Ghostbusters. What is there a favorite part that everybody likes, or is there a part in the movie that you might like or might have liked if it was written better? I don't know.
All right, I'll go first on this one. The only thing I like about that movie is the props. That's it. And the story.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. It was an entertaining thing, but I'll pass. I'll stick only to the props.
The props. Sorry. Since Aedo went first, Steven, you're next.
I like I think the opening of it, kind of sets a neat mood. They overlit the movie. It's a very vibrant, very colorful, vibrant movie, as opposed to like the original movie's really dark and gritty. And it's a horror comedy essentially, whereas this one's like a comedy, very bright and happy and cheerful. But I like the opening scene. I feel the most because it just felt a little more authentic, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was before any Ghostbusters showed up. So
well, and I did like the plot structure using ley lines because spiritual vortexes are a real thing. Like I thought that was a cool way of doing it, but then it's totally thrown out by. They have a human villain, which is, in Ghostbuster movies they fight ghosts, and so they're fighting a human that turns into a ghost, and so it kind of becomes problematic. But
right.
I thought there were ideas there, and the idea that they went to MIT and got them to help make the actual proton packs that are supposed to work appropriately, like those ideas are good, but and that all got squelched by everything else.
Yeah, that's so true.
Matt was raising his hand. I love it.
All right, we go to sure, Matt, you can go next, and then we'll go to Bernhard.
All right, so this is my last contribution because I'm going to have to get off after this.
Okay.
As I said in the other time when I was on, with you guys. I didn't see the 2016 one, but I do
that's right.
like that they had the motorcycle, which is kind of, to me, a callback kind of to the cartoon series, how they had multiple vehicles, and the toy line had multiple vehicles. They had an airplane, and they had a what was it, a street sweeper, all the kind of the cool Kenner toys that we had. So to have the motorcycle as part of their fleet of vehicles, I find that is, one thing I could take away from that, having not even seen the movie, that I know was at least they were trying something.
Smart man right there.
something a little bit different. So with that, I want to say, hey, Clint, check your email. I sent that link to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. And I appreciate y'all having me on. And
Hey,
look
thanks
forward
for
to
being on.
Yeah,
you
for
guys
sure.
in the future. All right.
We should do something.
All right.
I'll email
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
Later, Matt.
Hey,
Nice talking to you,
Matt,
bud.
thank you
Have a
for
good night.
being on again. Keep in touch.
Thanks a lot. Yes, sir.
All right.
I just took some melatonin gummies, so I got about 30 minutes.
All right, Bernhard, you're next.
Oh boy. Well, I like the line, "Who can say no to these salty parabolas?" And I mean, and that's probably the one part where the 2016 film is better than the 2021 film. They had a better geometry joke. I know I did that joke last time I was on the show, but still.
Right.
I thought you were being obtuse.
Right.
I did like that it rekindled interest in Ghostbusters. So they did put out some classic Ghostbusters merchandise, which was nice. I don't know if you guys. Okay, I got to adjust this thing again. I'm doing the opening sound when it's not opening, except when it does open. Yeah. But I did they had a Hot Wheels Ecto 1 and Ecto 1A, and I did a video where I bought two so I could take one apart, and nice detail inside the little proton packs in there.
Tabitha, if you do want to come on, you can. It's up to you. You don't have to come on right away, but you can if you want.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's Tabitha, everybody. All right,
I don't know if merchandise counts.
Clint, your turn. What did you like or take away from that movie?
I had the whole other responses to think about mine. So
right, that's true.
I mean, the cast was awesome. Like, it was like I just think it was a misfire. But I mean, Kristen Wiig and Kate McKinnon, especially, are two of my favorites from two favorite comedians from the last 10 years. And I saw Bridesmaids probably 3 times in theaters. So I had high hopes for it. I was texting pictures of props and costumes to all my friends, but I mean, at the end of the day, a remake just was never gonna. I just feel like it never would have worked for me. Like, if they'd had Dan Aykroyd as the chief in one scene, that's all I needed.
For somebody, yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Did any of you guys go to the premiere? The
No.
big Ghost Corps premiere for 2016?
No.
They had all the Ghostbuster groups from around the country all come to
really?
Los Angeles and did this massive red carpet. They built a full-scale firehouse that you walk through on the red carpet. And there was probably 200 of us out there. I ended up having to borrow a flight suit so I could go. I didn't have a flight suit at that point.
Oh, you can borrow one of mine there.
Oh, yeah. But they did this whole giant party, and all the cast and everybody was there, all the celebrities. And then we got to see our own private screening in the Chinese theater, like the best possible screening experience you could have for this movie.
Mhm.
And Paul Feig came in and introduced it and everything. And it was like, afterwards, all of us were kind of like, wow.
Some of us are so overwhelmed we thought we liked it.
And
Well,
Tony's like,
could
here's
have been
the
better.
party, and here's all
Could
this stuff. Like,
Yeah, they just
It's like-
missed the mark.
You
That's
go
all.
back and watch the people's reactions after they watched episode 1 for the first time. They're just like,
Yeah.
this is the best movie ever.
Best movie ever.
Listen, when the demon comes, or the dragon comes out, grabs Bill Murray and throws him out a window and kills him.
Yeah, that was kind of a.
well, I was like, wouldn't they go to jail at that point? They just killed a man.
Kill the dude. That's right.
They just murdered somebody.
Murdered him out the damn
That's
window.
horrible.
All right, so
I guess the FBI agents are covering it up.
movie. I made one.
Oh, there you go. Oh, nice.
So,
Beast work, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
I love their props. I got to give that to that as new stuff.
But is it
that movie
sexist of
nailed
me
it.
that I made this one for my wife and I made the originals for me and my kids? Well, besides my two little twins, they got the real Ghostbuster look.
Right.
Nice.
So
yeah, I love their props. I think they were super cool. For bringing it into the modern realm, they nailed it.
That's what I took out of it. Was I did like the Proton packs. I don't think I liked the traps that much though. They were just kind of weird shapedly. I like the Extreme Ghostbusters traps better for some reason.
Around
with that fist thing that she had too, that she went fly.
Go punch a ghost.
Oh yeah, that was kind of weird too.
We could just disintegrate them. Never mind how things are supposed to work.
Yeah.
And the Shredder 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ghost chipper was.
The ghost chipper. That's right.
That was a miss. Yeah.
Although I have one of the specialized tools, right?
Oh God.
I think I had that exact same knife
Dad's
right
got
here.
kids. Yeah, I got kids.
Is that the one you wear, Dan?
I should make a bigger one like this. Then I
You should.
It looks like the Nerf edition of a Proton pack.
I have
It's kind of real Ghostbusters. Kind of not exact the same.
And you should do it like with a pump, so that when you get thirsty, you just squirt it in your mouth. Something like Coca-Cola
Like a
or
camel pack?
Sprite. Like a camel pack.
Yeah.
That'd be so neat.
If I can get that back down there.
Well, welcome back,
I
Tabitha.
Thank you. I don't think Dan let you see the comment, but Whitey and I were talking about how cute you were behind your back, Aedo. Just let you know.
Oh God!
How fabulous!
Knowing
you are.
Dave.
sorry, you guys had to see that.
Oh, you didn't post with Dave. Dave is something else. I love him. He's a good man.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah.
So Mikey from Mikey Production says he thinks the OG traps are the only good traps. They kind of are.
Yeah.
But he says, but besides the new RTV, that was pretty
That was
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
We had a buddy of ours on that prop team that got to make the RTV and the new traps, and he was showing us all the breakdowns of how they put them together. It was cool.
All right.
Awesome. My dad used to have, when I was a kid, an RC car shop. Like that's what my dad did for a living. Like we had like a hobby shop, and I'm pretty sure that controller that podcast has, I might have one of those.
Oh, nice.
I haven't looked, but my dad's got a ton of vintage crap that he's traded with, he's still got it. So need to go figure out what it is and see if we have one.
I'm going to be shocked if nobody releases those as a toy.
Well, there was a toy. There is a.
Oh yeah, there's something that got
with the suggested the suggestively shaped muncher there.
Muncher, yeah.
Makes me wonder if maybe that's why you can't see it anyway. Maybe it was pulled like the Quidditch broom or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember those. But like a realistic one, I'd be shocked. Because last year we got the Ecto Bigfoot, RC car, and so
which sadly doesn't have a secondary function or
right.
I mean, I spent a lot of time trying to find an RC car that had a secondary function so I could do the opening trap. So, it's in my videos.
Yeah. RTV traps look like they are based off of Trax's E-Max chassis.
Is that new or old stuff or old stock? I know my dad sold Trax's cars in '92.
Okay. Well, it could have been old.
They would have gone vintage because it was an old. It would have been something old in the Ecto.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the new props were probably built before they had their falling out. I kind of get the feeling Ray probably made the design in the Polaroid Ecto goggles, and a good idea, not so well executed. Like ecto goggles that capture footage, good idea. Incorporating a Polaroid camera, not so much.
Well, they would have had to been VHS cameras though, you know. Like,
yeah, well, maybe
like
connected to a VHS belt unit or something.
Yeah.
And
That would've
these
been
Yeah,
cool.
the technology wasn't quite there yet. Maybe.
They should make that.
Cheap stuff.
That'd be cool to make.
I'm sure people have made. Well, people have made non-functioning ones, but yeah. And I did a video where I said it looked like I was about to make one. I had the ecto goggles and a vise and a Polaroid camera and a hammer, and then I cut just before.
R2 says they still make the Emax to this day, so that's good.
Something to think about once I pay off the massive debt from the HasLabs Proton pack.
There you go. That's right. By the way, anyone in the chat, you guys want to buy me one of those Proton packs? Let me know.
You'll need to get one of these so it'll to complete it. But,
That's true. I would need one of
no,
those.
this partially modded to be a little bit more of a classic look. And, well, I have a second one that hasn't been modded, so that's probably what'll go with my pack.
All
Plus,
right.
they still make these, so that's good. Or I guess they're out of stock, but now out of production. I think.
So with the movie ending the way it did, are you guys excited to maybe see another Ghostbuster movie?
Ghostbusters
Yes.
After Afterlife.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yes, God, yes.
We
Maybe.
got two yeses, one
Hey,
maybe.
I'm in the rare camp that when everybody hates me because like I'm not like huge on the oversaturation of things. That's kind of why Ghostbusters has been
franchisees.
special to me because like
Well,
I mean like Star Wars and all the Avengers stuff now like when it first started it was like
Mhm.
yeah and I'm just like kind of burning out on that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I watched WandaVision but I like the Dick Van Dyke Show a lot so that was kind of
That was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, I think on the Star Wars things now it's all transitioning into your TV series with your the Book of Fett and the Mandalorian and all that. I think that's the new wave of Star Wars.
I mean, we're going to end up with, in like 10 years,
Yeah.
we'll have like a limited series on the man who was Slimer before he died. Who cares? Stanley Limer.
Stanley Limer.
Stanley Limer.
That's They're doing it right now. They've already leaked the idea.
Yeah, well,
They heard you. That's a good idea.
Good idea. Let's write that one down. They're secretly watching this podcast.
I do
as long as
think
they're careful with it.
I do think they'll go series next, though. I have a feeling that they're going to look at an animated series or.
I would like a continuation of the real Ghostbusters and Extreme Ghostbusters. Get Maurice LaMarche back in and do like
kind of mix them up a little bit.
I would watch that. That would be what I would be into. But like another movie like right away is just kind of wait 5 years.
Whoa.
I mean, Disney's extending the X-Men 90s series, which is pretty cool. Keeping that series together. That's interesting.
What's up, Ringy? Ringy says he was disappointed Slimer wasn't in the new movie. Were you guys
As Jason Reitman pointed out, Slimer lives in New York.
Well, that's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. So you might see him. How come it's like? There we go.
To be fair, we kind of thought that Gozer lived in New York too.
Right. Well,
Gozer lives in another dimension.
God, right?
Yeah.
So you can't-
Most convenient parallel dimension.
Right. Convenient parallel division.
That's right. Are you a god? That was so funny. You're all looking at him.
Say yes.
Yeah, you
Hey,
say
Come on, right?
Come on, right?
My brother,
You know the
my
answer to that
brother-in-law,
one?
brother-in-law totally called that. He was like,
Yeah,
"We're gonna
did he?
ask Ray if he's a god again, and he's gonna say yes this time." It's gonna be it. And I saw the movie with him. He was in my movie. He was the Ray character in my movie.
Oh, was he?
Okay.
Yeah, he's like we married sisters, so now he's my brother-in-law. But,
Oh.
but yeah, it was funny that he of all people called it because it's like he's the Ray that I know.
Right.
Nice.
That's funny.
One of the IDW comic had a scene like that. Are you
I like
a
when
god?
Winston was-
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say I liked when Winston was like, she remembers us. You know?
Yeah.
That was a great line. That was good. I don't know that, obviously I think I liked the whole movie. It was a good movie. There's a lot of little nitpicks and stuff, but overall, and you can kind of bypass the nitpicks, just because it was a great movie.
Yeah.
So
the only thing I wish they'd done that they didn't do was more Keymaster. Like have Paul Rudd go to the middle school and scare people. They're just
sniffing around.
Yeah.
Sniffing around at the middle school.
Yeah.
There was more, actually.
I figured there was
more, yeah.
I figured there was, but it was pacing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get some deleted scenes in there.
Too good of an opportunity.
Speaking of deleted, it might be able to make you... Deleted scenes can become canon 30 plus years later.
That's right.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Well, that's what Jason did,
awesome.
right? When he showed Egon giving
Janine, rather, giving
Janine.
Egon.
Janine
The coin.
Oh,
coin.
man. When that popped up, I was like, I waited the whole freaking credits for this. I've seen this 40 times.
But
then,
wait, there's more.
I know. I was just like, oh, thank God. But I started to get a little angry when it was just that. But
I know
sure
some
none
people
of
have
you
asked.
guys. I'm sure none of you guys noticed. It's probably not something you would have been. But my biggest pet peeve with this movie was that they put high heels on the mom when she was the gatekeeper.
well, didn't Zool had him? She had him in the '84 movie, right? She had.
Which is fine
No,
because
she
then that was
didn't.
in
She
the
was barefoot.
80s and all that stuff.
Yeah,
She
you're
was
right.
on her.
She was
I think she was on her
barefoot,
tiptoes, is what it was. But the inclusion of high heels was what
It varied. Sometimes she was
dumbest
barefoot,
thing.
sometimes she was wearing the high heels.
Haley, what's up?
It didn't make any sense whatsoever to put high heels on that one.
I didn't
Well, she
like it.
transmogrified like she did with her dress.
I thought that was really. She could have cut to her in the farmhouse wearing the dress already. You didn't have to blow.
Yeah.
I like that. That explained where Dana's dress came from.
That was
true.
She can transmogrify clothing.
I always just thought Dana had
Hey,
a wild
wait,
time.
that was the 80s. Surely every woman. back
That's
then
true. That's
had
just
some outfit
that's just a normal. That's what people wore to shop at Walmart in the 80s. If they could find one, because there were fewer. Wow.
But
Could have
What a
explained
beautiful
it.
idea.
Back then.
Egon
Oh, yeah,
kept
true.
the original one, to study. And
you never know.
Some
Now,
people
did
were
you
wondering why there was no choose the form sequence.
Right.
I figure
he did want
bit-
a school sample to keep from
Yeah, that's
from
true.
Oscar, so it wouldn't be surprising.
yeah, exactly. And brain
Did you
tissue samples.
Oh, those are
Now,
so hard
did
to
you-
find with babies. Yeah.
Right. Did you guys like Gozer's outfit in this one better, or did you like her bubble wrap in the other one
I
better?
like the bubbles.
They both
Yeah,
work.
I kind of like the bubbles better, honestly.
I kind of got, how when they made the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, they replaced
Right.
Rita. They had to get a new Rita because they couldn't use the Japanese footage.
Right.
That's kind of like what she felt like fake Rita to me because she had kind of a fake Rita face. The actress.
Well, maybe that's the form that J. Jonah Jameson chose. He was there in suspended animation just so he could choose the form and said, okay, I don't want bubble wrap.
Well,
And it's all that blasted wall crawler's fault.
I feel like since she's Olivia Wilde, it kind of throws it off a little bit because you know who that is.
Is it Olivia Wilde? I didn't
It's
know
Olivia
that.
Wilde.
It
that-
is.
Okay, well, I
this
didn't know
goes-
that.
I wasn't
just
positive
found
at
that out.
first. I had an inclination that it was. I'm like, that's Olivia Wilde, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they don't push that. That's not a big
Yeah.
thing about this movie. It was kind of like, let's just sneak her in there, and I had to look just to be sure because she has a very unique face. I think the only thing that kind of disappointed me about Gozer really was the fact that they didn't have the brilliant red eye contacts. In the same way.
Yeah.
That kind of to me distorted her look significantly
Yeah.
for me personally.
With the black.
But I thought she did a good job being all gangly and creepy so.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wish I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I totally didn't know that 3 minutes ago. No.
Oh. I won't say anything else. I know way too much.
It's on the
Hey, that's
internet.
all right.
You're going to
That's why
find
you're
out
here,
eventually,
right?
Clint.
Oh
Tell
yeah.
us
I know.
more. Tell us more, Steven.
That wasn't really Bill Murray. That was somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, never mind. No.
That was Brian holding his breath.
I was gonna say it was Brian with prosthetics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But they did. I thought, and they released it this week. But I thought one of the cooler Easter eggs that I found out about earlier was that Egon's, during the whole climax, is played by Ivan Reitman.
Yeah,
he's the one in the suit,
Yeah,
which is really cool.
That was cool. That was cool.
But then Bob Gunton is the ghost. That's the warden from Shawshank. I'm gonna watch that the same anymore.
So, question: do you know? Did they use a deep fake, or how did they do the face? Does anybody know?
I heard it was prosthetics, but it looks CGI-y.
Because I know the opening scene is all an actor in prosthetics.
Right. Okay.
Which is why you never see his face. But I'm not sure. I think at the end it's all CG. Because Ivan's in a lot of shots. So I think
kind of on the same tangent, though, have you guys read Violet Ramos's book?
Oh,
I have the book. I should probably actually read it.
I read it I read it before the movie, and it really makes the movie more of an impact because you can kind of it's almost like it's about his real daughter because they were kind of estranged too. So, but it was I recommended it. I think I got it on eBay for $10, but it's
what book was that?
It's Ghostbusters Daughter by Violet Ramos Still.
Okay.
But
Born without a tongue.
It's she's Randy Quaid's daughter in the original Vacation. But it's really cool. I mean, if you grew up watching all the Harold Ramis movies like I did, she was on set for all of them, and she's Bill Murray's goddaughter, and so she's got some. It's like I've idolized Harold Ramis my whole life, and it was after reading the book, it was it's a weird intimate look at somebody that I've always liked, and I recommend it. It's pretty cool.
It's cool.
Nice. Sorry, just had to type something to Whitey. I guess I could have just said it out loud since now I'm talking about it. He goes, "We are the spoilers over." No, not really, Dave. You're gonna
go back into hibernation. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I almost took off work to go see it on Thursday before it came out. So
a lot of people did see it on Thursday, and I was bummed because I couldn't see it till Saturday, and I was like, "Man, everybody's gonna have spoilers Friday, on the internet." I know. I know.
I wanted to see it Thursday, but I'd rather see it for the first time with my franchise, the Retro Gaming Ghostbusters of Fulton County, Pennsylvania. So make it a full event.
Right, that would have been fun. But I couldn't see it on Friday either because I was working with my mom, so had to help her out at the cafe.
Are you a fan or aren't you, Dan?
Well, I mean.
Yeah, but try explaining that to your mom.
Yeah, I know exactly.
You know, I couldn't see the movie.
And it was pretty busy at the cafe on Friday, so if I would have ditched her, she would have been. I don't know.
All I hear are excuses.
Oh, sure. Well, I don't know. Family.
No, best not to be on your mom's bad side if you can help it.
That's right.
I mean, she'll always be your mom, but there will only be a first time for Afterlife.
So true.
That's so true. Well, that's why I saw it on Saturday, and I did not watch anything on the internet for 2 days. I was internet deprived.
Oh my!
Oh, how did you make it?
I don't know. I made it. It was fun. It was good. He's just clearly not a real fan.
That's right. Real fans would have ditched their moms.
That's right.
Hey, I couldn't ditch my franchise. You couldn't ditch your mom. There we go.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that makes you a good person. I'm just saying that makes you a diehard fan. There is a difference there.
Fake fan! You're not a means of distributing air!
I went by myself. Like everybody wanted to go with me, and I'm just like, there was somehow a showing at 4:00 on Thursday at this like theater that no one goes to in my town. I got off work at 3:25, and like
shot right over.
There was one other person in the theater, so it was like
same.
Almost like a private screening.
Nice.
I wish that nobody else had been in the theater with me. That dude's phone went off 7 freaking times during the.
How can a phone go off when it's turned off? I don't understand.
Exactly. I wanted to shush him, but he was an older guy, and
oh my god,
know.
if that had happened, if it would have been me and one other guy, I just would have been like, hey, who you gonna call? hey. It's like until he looked at me.
See, the first time I could have excused it, I understand. People forget, although I never do, but whatever. But, by the 4th time. And then
when I first saw Fellowship of the Ring, someone's phone went off just before Sam is spotted outside the window. They said, Sam's cell phone went off, and and Gandalf and Frodo heard it.
That's how Gandalf heard it.
I always try to go early on a day where no one's going to go, because I can't stand. We saw Conjuring 2 like the day it came out, and we were so excited because we saw the first one like 10 times, and then this family was behind us, and this dude had Velcro shoes or something, and he just kept going.
Jesus.
And they gave us free tickets, like passes to come back and get again because we complained.
That's why I like the drive-in. You can't hear the other people.
There you go. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's winter now, and I live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. It must have been. Are you sure it wasn't like a kid that was doing that to their?
Oh no, it was a grown man. And they were
Really?
and he had a wife and 2 kids, and the kids were talking, and the wife was talking, and he was like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
One of my
That's
friends.
so bad.
That was like the worst theater experience I've ever had, but it was.
That's so bad. Yeah.
Never go to a horror movie on a Friday night. But no, when it Chapter 1 came out, a woman brought her like 4-year-old or something to it.
Oh god.
And like
that's not a movie for a kid.
Well, you have to teach your children early that clowns are supposed to be scary,
Yeah.
It got to the part where like Ben's in the library and following the balloon or whatever, and the kids just started screaming. Just like,
well,
it was just like,
well, she gets the Mother of the Year award.
Jesus.
Wow.
So I'm on the fence about taking my 3-year-old to see Ghostbusters. I might wait till like 3rd run. Or like
I took my 9-year-old, and he was telling me, he goes, Dad, I bet you there's a jump scare right here. And then it happens, and he goes, see, I told you. And I'm like, come on, I'm trying to enjoy this movie. Don't tell me when the jump scares are. And he goes, you could tell by the music. I go, good job, son. Thank you.
Well, yeah, and the camera staying in one place and zooming in with the creepy music. You knew something was going to pop out.
Right.
We had a big earthquake hit when we watched Endgame, Avengers Endgame.
Oh, nice.
And
wow.
In my son
It was
were
just
in
the
the
movie
theater, all of a sudden.
experience.
It was so
4D
weird.
experience. You have to pay extra for that.
It was funny because they shut the theater down and they came in like, if you need to, we're having a 15-minute break to call your families to make sure they're okay. And we were like, what? What's going on? I want to know if Tony Stark's gonna. Like, I want to know if Tony Stark's going to find time travel. Like, can we turn the movie back on, please? Like,
They're fine. If it's important, they'll call me. They're fine.
Yeah, this is important stuff.
I'll get the message because my phone's turned off because I'm in the movies. But
yeah.
We were in Moonrise Kingdom in like Westwood, and the theater was caught on fire or something. I think the fire alarm came, and the firemen came, and we had like 20 minutes left of the movie, and we just had to go stand outside for like an hour. It was,
oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Bad theater experiences. You only in theaters though, right?
Only
Get
in
that
theaters.
streaming.
Yep.
Go to the movies, folks.
I'm glad it's finally in theaters. Yeah.
Yeah.
People on Facebook groups, I want to see it. Just put it on streaming right now.
Oh, that's true. Some
Hey,
people were
yeah.
that like that.
I want to pirate it immediately.
I put on my Ghostbuster
Yeah,
mask
yeah.
and I
Well,
went
that's
in
what-
and
Yeah, that's what
Yes, I
happens
don't
when you
know.
put it on streaming immediately, because that's what happened
Yeah.
with the Star Wars Mandalorian.
Holidays.
Yeah.
Like the next day, they would put it on a pirated
Mhm.
thing. Not
Oh,
that I know, like seriously.
Yeah, Dan.
You read about
Yeah,
it somewhere.
I didn't know that.
Whoops, I read about it. That's right.
That happened for Ash versus Evil Dead. You know, the Evil Dead series. They ended up canceling it because it was the #1 most pirated series on television.
Oh wow.
And it got canceled because of that. Yeah.
that's a bummer.
I bought the
Yeah,
Blu-ray.
that is a bummer.
Yeah, and it was great. That was a great show.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I've got Ash somewhere in here.
Ruby.
We got a whole wall of action figures and stuff here. All the interesting crap is like
Yeah, right.
and it's like
You
Behind
should
the
have turned your
Dreamhouse.
camera or your
Yeah.
all my dollhouses and like,
Yeah, see, this is why my living room is so messy. In case
I
do
wasn't
the
going to
show
say
like
anything, Clint, but I like your dollhouses. They're pretty nice.
well then let's go fishing, Dan.
Oh,
All right. I
I love
it.
that game.
Let's do it.
this.
I don't know. This is her. My daughter's birthday's right after Christmas, so she's got a giant stash of crap in here that we're hiding.
wow.
So
Yeah.
That's great.
because no one ever goes in here. This is my room.
Right.
I do nothing in.
There's scary internet people in there.
That's just where Clint plays with his toys. Don't be fooled,
That's right.
everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody goes in there because nobody wants to see Clint playing
He's
Dollhouse.
got to play that fishing game before he gives it to his daughter. Yeah, I got my
We gotta make sure it works.
Little
Those are
wood
so
Those
cute.
are bunnies.
They're like little
Yeah.
fuzzy things. I got
These
my
things are
twins
great.
those.
These are really
Yeah.
adorable. Like there's like different animal families you can.
Mhm.
This is podcast
Yep.
has just gone completely off the rails. Like,
It's
That's all right.
it's
I
good
got
to
my
have a little
twin nose,
estrogen in the chat here now.
Dan got excited. Dan was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I was like, oh my God,
What if I'm not getting
those
enough?
ones. I think I got the other ones though. The I think they were raccoon family. or
yeah,
something.
we got her a fox family too. So
Yeah. And they're little fuzzy.
Ada,
and
what's
you
your
can touch 'em
favorite
and-
woodland creature that you wish was in a fun packaging?
A little family.
Just curious.
There's so many.
There's so
Some
many.
possums.
That's absolute. No,
Tanuki.
no.
Maybe some beavers,
I
some
don't know.
woodchucks.
Beavers.
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 Shrews.
Oh,
Shrews.
don't ever drink
Yes.
vanilla.
Little bear.
everybody.
No, I would say
Be like
bears.
this-
Little bears.
Yeah.
little bears. Okay.
Birds.
Good.
Little
good,
bears.
good.
Give me
Hanging out with
bears.
bears, yeah.
Bats.
Like
I got a
the
playlist
bird-thing
of them.
bears.
That's
Those
right.
cute.
As long as one looks like Dan, I want one look.
Then they got to be little monkeys. That would be fun to make me like a little monkey.
Little mochi cheese. What are they called? Mochi cheese. What they're called?
they gotta
Yeah,
have
one Chi-Chi.
I'm sure they
Which
have
I thought were German until recently because they're really popular in Germany. Huh?
Mochi cheese are popular in Germany. I didn't know that.
Or they were popular in Germany back in the 70s. I think before they came here, they're
As a food
Turns
item
out they're
or just as a
Japanese.
creature?
Yeah, it's a little monkey. They call them mochi cheese. They used to have them back in the days,
yeah.
and it was
Then
like
an American Saturday morning cartoon series, which is basically ripping
Yeah.
off the Smurfs. Yeah.
So it was Cabbage Patch Dolls and then mochi cheese.
I was a Snorks fan myself.
You were a Snorks.
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 I
Yeah.
love
I
Why
was
haven't
kind
we
of-
gotten? We need live action Snorks. Like, what's the deal? Where's that at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a romantic
go,
comedy that happens to have Snorks in it, just like the Smurfs movies. Huh?
I'll go
Yeah,
back
they-
old school,
that's what they
Fraggle
do,
Rock
Snorks.
and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Well, they're
That's
bringing
coming back.
But it
That's
it
coming
looks
back.
like it's all green screen. It's like
Yeah.
bothers me.
New Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
The original one was partially green screen.
but it was like different and like
Yeah.
digital green screen looks like.
Like those little workers, those little tiny little workers.
Doozers.
Fraggle Rock.
Doozers.
Yeah,
the
dude.
Doozers.
My
Those are
daughter,
awesome.
I got Fraggle
Yeah.
Rock crap all over the place too. my daughter likes Fraggle Rock.
Nice.
Love the Cotter Pin episode.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Makes you respect the trash heaps.
Down
Right.
Fraggle Rock. That's not good. That was a good one, Tabitha.
has spoken. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've definitely derailed from Ghostbusters here. We're
Dan,
off the
maybe
charts.
we should
Yeah.
mention the contest winners again. Like,
Yeah.
Why? We don't need to mention them.
Next thing you know, we're talking with
The
Clint
winner
about
is Lucky
Barbie.
Alberto Minuletto, millionaire owner of gambling casinos.
I mean, I got these two. We can go
There you
back.
go, Clint. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Oh, you want to
Yeah,
see something? You guys want to see something
bring
cool that
back
I've been
some-
working on now?
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've got, so in the 70s they made like the Barbie like GMC like camper, like you know what I'm talking about, like the
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Your parents put it together. Yeah.
well, it's like it's the exact same thing, like the same as the urban assault vehicle from Stripes. So I'm making some Stripes, like I'm converting it in. I bought one and I'm converting it into like I'm gonna put like machine guns and stuff on it, and
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
I've got like the Ghostbusters, like Bill Murray, and
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
You got, oh,
They're going
you got
straight up tack.
I like
So-
it. I like it.
They're clearing houses. They're moving along. Night vision goggles.
that's one of my that's something that I'll
Been
finish
working
one day. I've
That's
had it in
cool.
it's been sitting in my garage for like 2 years. I bought it during COVID because I'm like, I've always wanted to do this, and then I had a 1.5-year-old during COVID, so I didn't do anything.
There goes your time. Yeah.
4 months.
Clint's reminding me of the guy from Spaceballs when he's in there with Darth Helmet and he's playing with his dolls.
No, yeah.
I have some of those. I have some of those somewhere. I don't.
Oh, do
make
you?
some.
No,
Yeah,
that's cool. I
I don't
want
know
some
what I did.
Spaceball toys. That would be fun.
Well, part of the agreement with George Lucas was that they wouldn't
Yeah.
make toys.
Oh,
You got George Lucas's blessing, but on the condition that he not make toys. Also, Mel Brooks really hedged his bets. He hired ILM to do the special effects, so that helped get the film more of George Lucas's blessing.
I would have
Right.
loved a little yogurt figurine.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Well, that's
would've
what
loved
like Dave Whitey's for and Aedo's for. You guys can like 3D print
Okay.
some of these little toys for us.
There you go, Aedo,
And,
new
we'll
project.
get on
for
it.
you.
Got it.
Get on it.
Got it.
Little 3D yogurt.
Little 3D yogurt.
Do you want to do little moves?
With working flamethrower.
That's right. That's right. With the-
Right,
we
it's
gotta-
gonna have that typical Mel Brooks pose. The hands up, you know?
Adorable.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, fun.
Melatonin.
No.
Melatonin.
Melatonin, yeah.
And honestly,
All right.
I don't feel like it did anything. Like I'm kind of.
Yeah, like I'm Clint.
I don't.
I think you're the same person. Yeah.
I'm kind of like Garfield in human form usually anyway. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm.
So you're doing the announcement on the winners again? I think
Yeah, I guess we will because
TMT. He
Who
was
joined?
Phil came in late.
Yeah,
right?
Phil did come
Phil
on.
came in late.
He
Yeah.
did. He did. Sorry, Phil. You can't. No, I'm joking.
You'll never
And the
know.
winner is no.
All right. So the winner is JT Gunter. Runner
right.
up is Phil TMNT. We're gonna send you some stuff too, Phil. So
right.
don't feel too sad. We got
Right.
you.
There was a tie, Phil. Your stuff made it, but there was a tie.
Yeah, it
but
was.
we flipped an eraser, and you got second place. I'm sorry. So, but
I
hey,
forget what kind of racer was it.
it was my Darth Vader eraser.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I made sure that it wasn't something that was heavy on one side more than the other. Right? They're equal playing ground here. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because no one had coins
So-
for some
so
reason.
congratulations.
Those are great entries. Those are good work that they did.
Yeah,
Oh,
flip one of these, right?
There you go. Yeah, one of those. A magnet. Yeah, if anyone does want to see the entries, they'll still be on our website that you guys can just kind of go and look at them. Because I put them on the website in its own page, so people can look and say, "Oh, that's nice."
That's
So.
right. That's nice.
Ooh, nice.
You guys got any other competitions in mind? You guys contests are coming up down the road?
Nothing as of yet.
We can't tell you that, Dan. Aedo, we can't tell you. You have to stay tuned and watch our show. We can't.
I watch our show every week.
Well, good.
Yes. Like, comment, subscribe, and make the bell look like it's doing this.
Right, exactly.
Ding, ding, ding.
For that kind of information, you have to be a Patreon member, man. You can't.
Oh, like for my Fab Works, right? You got to be a Patreon member, right?
That's right. That's right.
Any information you want, you got to sign up for Patreon.
Oh,
You got to sign up for something.
When's
You
the next
got
show?
it.
I'm sorry. Gotta go on Patreon.
I'm sorry.
I do Patreon. You're not going to be accepted in. I got
How
it.
much is 2 + 2? You got to go on Patreon.
Gotta go on Patreon.
Well, if you want to know when these shows are, they're always Sunday nights and Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. We'll tell you that.
Eastern Standard Standard.
Eastern
I know
Standard.
that.
That's right.
Tuesday.
That's freaking
That's
awesome.
right. Awesome.
You need a Star Wars one, man. So,
We do.
Dave's
We
got
should
some
do a
pretty
Star
cool-
Wars.
Yeah, Dave's got some pretty cool props.
Yeah. So do you.
Yeah.
I mean, we did do a Star Wars month, but no giveaways. But we should do like a giveaway.
I like
for
how
something.
Aedo just volunteered somebody else when he himself
Yeah.
does the exact right.
Yeah, I threw him under the bus because I love Dave.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause we were talking
I'm
about
gonna
cute
volunteer him right now. Dave's gonna build the largest prop that it's gonna take like a truck to deliver it to your house. Right, Dave? You're
And it's
doing it.
Star Wars.
That's it. It's Star Wars.
Full-size Death Star. Yeah.
There you
Right.
go.
To scale.
Scale 1-to-1,
And
baby.
even just a Death Star to scale with the Lego minifigs.
There you
Yeah,
go.
my ears are ringing right now. Yeah, I know Dave is telling me off. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, but
Well,
you got a lot of Star Wars prop guys that definitely would jump all over that too. To help. See, I'll do it.
Oh,
That's my man.
There you go.
That's my man right there. I told you he would do it. He's awesome, man. Dave
Yes,
rocks.
he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So if anybody wants to know, Whitey Wicked Workshop is also on YouTube. Go check it out.
Great.
Everybody that we've had on this channel, in the description below, you can go follow everybody on there. I don't have all their social media, just their YouTubes right now, because
I
reasons.
don't have.
and Clint doesn't have any social
Yeah.
media anyways.
I had one of my students say YouTube social media, Mr. Were. Oh, excuse me.
Depends on your videos. It could be anti-social media.
Right. It's true.
Sure.
It's really just turning into like, I can't believe people want to see this stuff that I make. I never thought of people, because like I've been doing this crap for 20 years, and like, I mean, I wish I'd documented the first time we made a Ecto, or like anything else we've. I built a Star Trek set by myself, and I didn't take any pictures of it, and it's still there.
Well,
but
I want to encourage all of you in whatever content you make. If people can literally film themselves carving soap, like just cutting lines and carving soap, then whatever you guys make is pure gold. Okay, like
For sure.
You've got a
literally
point.
people out there that just video tying shoes and carving soap and chewing gum. Like, you got this. It's all good.
1.5 million subscribers, and you're like, how the hell did you do that?
Like, I could chew gum for a living, but I'm a little bit more self-respecting than I think that some other people.
Plus, look what happened to Veruca.
Can we talk? Since there's so many YouTube people, can we talk bad comments or bad commenters? Because like I've been getting some that just like kill me.
Not get enough views to get that many bad comments.
Get the haters.
Or it's usually like, I would have done it like this. Why didn't you do it the way that I would have done it? And you're like,
because you're here,
Right.
Hey, stupid comments occasionally.
I just got a recent one on a video I made last year, and my videos have changed substantially since last year. And I just did a DIY of, making your own little winter wonderland. And I showed people that it was just an idea. I wasn't like I was giving a tutorial on how to paint snowflakes. I just gave the idea that when we were little, I grew up in the tropics. If we wanted to have snow, we would take acrylic paint and just paint on our windows. And it just kind of looked like snow falling down. So I just kind of quickly, narrated a video and painted some snowflakes, and some guys on there saying, what a waste of time watching somebody roughly paint just a handful of snowflakes on the window. And it was just like...
So he's admitting he was wasting his own time?
Yeah, not as big as the time of commenting about it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a real jerk about it, and I was like, no, that's not what Jesus would do. But I couldn't. I have to say, I gave into the flesh. I couldn't quite let it go. So I told him, I said, I don't know what you expected, but I'm sorry you wasted 3 minutes. I mean,
I write the response, and then I'll go like downstairs for an hour, and then I'll come back and look at it, and I won't care anymore. But like right when I see it the first time, I get so mad, and I'm like. I feel like I'm wittier than anybody that makes a negative comment on my. I can usually like turn it around and make them look stupid, but that's not what I want. I want like positivity on my like channel, so like I try not to.
Yeah.
But I did have some woman posted cool video. Wish you could stop doing that weird thing with your mouth that you do with like when you talk, or it's just like what do you.
Okay, now I'm curious. What do you do?
That's what I've been worried about. Like,
can you demonstrate?
Like, she might have said like a weird smacking sound you do when you talk or something. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't do.
Jeez,
I don't.
That's awesome.
I watch a lot of myself when I'm editing. Like it's like I don't notice the weird smacking.
You don't see the weird.
When you guys
You're like, oh, sorry, this is just my face.
That was the worst one I got recently, though.
I mean, probably in the moment you get upset, but it's something you got to laugh at, down the road.
Yeah, it's just so like the fact that somebody. Sometimes I just write "Thanks for watching."
Yeah,
of
course.
That's it. Yeah,
that's all you got to do. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Yeah, I only had one that the guy was like, I don't like rock music. Because in my tutorial in the background is a little bit of, because it's upbeat video, and I thought, let's just rock this thing out. And it was real nice. I don't like rock music. Well, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Like, what is that all about?
Right.
Some people feel they have to comment on something. I know there was somebody posted a video of like the earliest Peanuts animation, which was a Ford commercial from the Ford show, sponsored by Ford, starring Tennessee Ernie Ford. But anyway, they hadn't really decided on what colors to make everything, then standardized the colors, and Charlie Brown was wearing a blue shirt. And so he commented, Charlie Brown wears a yellow shirt, not a blue one.
Wow.
It just
So I just felt they had to comment.
Yeah, of course. Everybody's got a comment. Oh, there you go. Charlie.
Yeah.
Brown with the blue
That's fake.
shirt.
Clint, he wears the yellow shirt.
Well, in the animation he does. Yeah. In the comics, I think the most common color is red.
I just literally had that laying next to me right here. So.
That's funny.
Cool.
That was perfect.
That is
And I've done some videos where I've translated some Japanese songs for anime or whatever. I took most of them down because Toei are a bunch of jerks who like to copyright strike. But some people saying, no, you're translating that wrong. And some of it's, there's one, the lyrics are Akai Mafura, which means red muffler. I mean, mafura means muffler. And somebody says, mafura doesn't mean muffler, it means scarf.
Well,
Muffler is another word for scarf.
you could muffle somebody with a scarf. Does that count?
True.
There you
To
go.
death.
Stuff it in their mouth. Shut up!
Wrap it around.
Wrap it around,
Somebody else says, no, this word doesn't, they're not singing this word, they're singing this other word. It's like, no, I have the CD, the lyric, that particular thing is in an ideogrammatic character. That character can only mean one thing, and it's what I translated it as. Okay. So.
Right.
On that note,
I looked it up in here.
Speaking of scarf,
I
I
think
can't
I'm
wait for.
gonna scarf it out.
Are you gonna leave?
Yeah, I gotta get up in like 5.5 hours.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, but
See you, Clint.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
been good
Hey.
talking to you
Hey,
guys.
it's good having you on the show again.
Yeah,
And
I enjoyed it.
We'll get you on again.
Sure, just email me. I'm sorry, I'm crappy with responding with emails. I'm just crappy with responding to emails.
That's okay.
Whereas
Because you
we
don't
have-
have the social media.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, just give you my phone number. You can text me.
still picked it up.
Yeah,
didn't
there
I?
you go.
All right, bye guys.
All right.
All right,
See
good
you
night.
then.
Hey, good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
And
And
now
then there was
were-
5.
Yeah,
That's right.
10 little Indians.
I was gonna say, speaking of scarf,
Bernard, I'm digging your hair, bro.
anyone's gonna,
Oh, thanks.
that's,
Woo!
anyone gonna watch A Christmas Story this Christmas?
Of course.
Well, I don't know.
Kind of
I
have
haven't
to, I
yet.
guess, huh? Yeah.
It's like, do I have to?
Pop in the
You kinda have
DVD when
to.
I want to watch it. I guess I don't really get broadcast television anymore.
Yeah.
I want to watch the redone Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the old classical, stop motion Christmas. They redid
Oh,
those
yeah.
and they look amazing.
Oh, did
Oh,
they
wow.
redo them? Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check those out.
That's cool.
Now they just remastered it or something, or they like redid
They-
the whole thing.
They redid the whole thing, but they followed the original film. So it's really it's close, really close, and then animated it. They walk through the steps. It's just phenomenal.
Wow.
Obviously, with the technology we have now, it looks much better. But
Right,
it's
right.
the puppets, the puppeteering and the puppets look like spot on to the originals.
Oh wow,
It's just fantastic. Yeah. So still stop motion.
it's still
nice.
stop motion. Okay, good.
It's still stop motion. Still done the old ways, but it's obviously more crisp. Or the colors are more vibrant.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm itching to see it. So pretty neat.
yeah. That's
I'm into all that kind of weird stuff.
no,
Oh, yeah.
Anything with film and props and filmmaking, I'm all about it.
oh yeah.
Whatever it is. That's why when Steven was talking about he does animation and he got into that, I was like, ding, I like that.
Yeah.
I want to look into that too, animation. If I could turn that around, it'd be kind of cool.
That'd be fun.
But it's another software to learn, and you're like, all right,
Yeah,
where do I squeeze that in
Yeah.
into learning it with
Yeah.
amongst all the other stuff that we do,
I do
For
have
sure.
a friend. His name is James Hearn. He does some animation. He actually started doing this little cartoon of his own called Radioactive Line Cook, and it's hilarious. It's one of the funniest things ever. So I think you guys.
He's got a
should check
YouTube
that out,
channel?
too. Oh yeah, it's a YouTube channel. Yep.
Send
And
me the link. I'd like
Radioactive-
to check it out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll send you the link. Radioactive Line Cook is the name of his little cartoon. So
Tabitha does a bunch
That's
of cartoons, like little characters. We should get those things animated. That'll be kind of
that would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I draw. I don't
Your little
animate.
chibis.
So.
cool.
Well, you
I
draw
know.
That's
and
how
then
it
send it to
starts.
someone else, and yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
I
I have
did.
to hire artists. I'm horrible at drawing. So I always hire artists to draw all the characters and then just
Oh, there you
animate
go.
from there.
oh nice.
I always tell people it's funny because like these chibi characters, like that's apparently just what I do now. But
Mhm.
I'm not really into chibis. I never have been. Like that's not
but that's
something I'm
but you're
I'm-
good at you're
Yeah.
good at that,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. I'm really good at it, but I'm not really into it. Like, why? How did that work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, right
Everybody
here in
else
front of me.
likes
There's my Wacom tablet, so I do all my
Okay,
stuff
here's
on there.
something chibi. Okay.
Oh, nice. That's chibi. Was that Godzilla?
Is it Godzilla?
Yep, chibi Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Nice.
No. This is
Well,
something I kind of fell into.
Here we go. Look at. I don't know. You can't see it too well, but Phil TMNT's little character on his thing is Tabitha's drawing there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
did
cool.
feel as a
Yeah.
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 Phil does a lot of TikToks where he does Star Wars themed TikToks. and he dresses up and everything like that. And he was talking on Twitter about how much he loves ketchup on pizza. And it's funny when you're an artist, what inspires you, because like as soon as he said that, I just kind of saw that image in my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna make Phil a chibi character using the force to lift a piece of pizza up in a ketchup bottle. Like I just wanted to draw that, so I did. so I did.
That is funny.
That's all. Yeah, the other good artist is Cameron from Sketchy Guy Nevada. He's like,
Oh yeah,
That's
he's a
one of-
good artist.
He does
Yeah.
gosh,
cool
he's
stuff.
so good. He's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Nice.
No.
Steven, have you
I was
met
thinking-
him before?
I don't think so.
No?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to him. He's
Yeah.
he's a really good artist.
That'd be great.
He does caricatures, but he doesn't like make them where you're making fun of people. You know, he kind of does them a little. I don't know. He does a good job. He does a great job. The character that is on my Facebook is one of
That's right.
the drawings he did. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he did the whole Inside the Booth cast. Is fantastic.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
have my
He
hoodie
did.
on right now to display.
I know what's wrong with you.
I know. I'm so
Speaking
sorry.
of which, go buy some merch, everybody.
Go buy some merch.
Merchandise.
Yeah, we're actually toying with the idea of animating a feature now.
Oh, really?
Just because the Ghostbusters short, that took about 6 days to animate.
Oh,
was-
okay.
It was really fast. Like once everything's drawn,
is
all the
fast,
assets
yeah.
are done. It's really fast.
Oh, wow.
So we're kind of toying with the idea of just making a full movie. We have a couple pitches that haven't been picked up, and so we
That'd
might
be cool.
just do it
That'd be-
in house over the next year. You know, just put a whole movie together.
Right.
Um,
Well, if you do, I'll push it out. That's for sure. I'll
Thank
tell
you.
people, go watch this cartoon. It's the best.
That's- you're like
I do that for your little fan film too. I
Oh,
think it's
thank you.
great. Yeah.
Steven,
You're gonna be like,
the
this
owner
is
of
the
this
kind
business,
of
right?
movie you would quit
Okay.
working for your mother for.
yeah, I own Abyssmal.
Okay.
And then employees change depending on project by project. I mean, the past couple of years it's been super weird, obviously, with the pandemic. We haven't done,
Right.
other than photography, we've done a lot of photo shoots, but not as much video, live production, just because it's been too challenging. And with the union guidelines, I mean, you're upping your budget 25, 30% just to be able to cover COVID guidelines to be allowed to shoot. So it's
That's brutal.
it's been a lot of animation. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, everything just going independent then? Just kind of like saying, forget about it. I just do.
Well, it's going to be like much bigger studio movies, and then really like much lower budget movies that fly below the radar. That whole middle ground is kind of going away.
Okay.
But even the big ones, I mean, Jurassic World had a ton of outbreaks. The Batman, Robert Pattinson got COVID on set.
Yeah.
All the crew that I know here, like every big show they're on, they have a breakout. It happens constantly, even though keeping people in bubbles, and production has to pay for every single person to be tested every 2 days.
Right.
And so you're paying full price for the tests. They're not free if you go through your work. So that's like $130, $150 a person every other day.
Wow.
That's on set. And so, I mean, that adds up.
Makes you think, right? Kinda
Yeah.
makes you think about all that.
So just stay at home and animate, and
That's
don't
right.
leave
There
your
you go.
house.
Forget about it.
It's a lot easier.
It is.
Wow.
It is. That's
But it's getting there, hopefully, slowly.
yeah. Of
Slowly
course.
getting back to some sort of normalcy at some point.
At least we hope.
Yeah,
In theory.
That's
in
right.
theory.
In theory. Well, that's it, huh? Bernhard, what are you doing over there? You're just kind of.
Well, right now I want to make more push button trap openers, so
push
He's building a
kind of
time
stripping
machine.
down
man.
stripping down a jump rope so I can put a button and so forth in there.
Oh, that's how you do it
Wow.
with a jump rope. Oh, that's
Well, I think these were bicycle handlebars, and I don't know, kind of whatever I can either have laying around or can find cheap at Ollie's or Walmart or whatever.
right. Oh, that's cool though. That's
Nice.
creative. Yeah. Cool.
It's a prop guy in his own right. There you go. Doing his thing.
Yeah.
That's right. Doing his thing. Sweet.
And if you look carefully, you'll see why you should make sure your heat gun isn't turned up very high.
Yep.
Melted it just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, fortunately not too much, but it's a little hard to get the battery compartment in and out. But
Still works though, right?
yeah,
That's all that matters. Cool.
fortunately.
Well, hey, I guess that'll be the end of this show. We're dying down a little bit. Everybody
Right,
left, and
And you should get the professional version of this software just so you can have 9 people and you can pretend you're the Brady Bunch.
oh, there you
Right.
go.
Right.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of which, anybody who's watching, don't forget to help support us so that we can.
Be the Brady Bunch.
They can
More
finally
than
put out that flamethrower they
50
keep wanting to.
That's
Right.
right.
Goal.
Put out the flamethrower.
That's right.
Dave says
Goals for
he'll 3D
2022.
print something.
Yeah.
That's right. That is a goal. That's right. Next year we're gonna get there.
Be
Oh,
the
yeah.
Brady Bunch and flamethrower. That's what we're
Yes,
gonna do.
that's right.
Nice. Good solid goals.
That's right.
Yeah.
Those
I
are the
guarantee
best
nobody else on YouTube has those kind of goals.
goals. Right. Right.
We try to be
That's right.
separate, special from everybody else.
That's right. That's right. Those are great goals.
There we go.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Ghost Trap Nunchucks. There.
Oh,
There
Wow.
you go.
nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you did a good job there, Bernhard. So, yeah.
Awesome.
So everybody, thanks for showing up.
Yeah,
thanks for
of
watching.
course.
Yeah, thanks guys. And
Thanks for
those
inviting
who already left, thanks for showing up. In case you come back to watch this again, those watching, thanks for watching. And yeah, what else we got? Did we already mentioned the winners already?
We
Yep,
did, and
if you guys
congratulations again.
Yeah.
Well.
And if you guys want to put in some plugs real quick, we'll start with Steven, then Aedo,
Sure.
then Bernhard, Tabitha. You can throw in a
Yeah,
plug.
we have a new movie that just came out called Surviving SuperCon, a documentary that's available probably anywhere that you stream and rent movies, or Blu-ray and DVD on Amazon. Especially if you're into pop culture, geek conventions, Comic-Con. It's pretty gnarly. It's a lot of fun, a lot of crazy fun behind the scenes of a Comic-Con.
Nice.
Unfiltered, very unfiltered.
Very
Raw.
cool.
Yeah.
Raw and unfiltered. Very cool. Anything else?
That's what I've got going on at the moment. Oh, go play the new Ghostbusters video game, Ghostbusters
Yeah,
Afterlife Scare.
That's right.
That's
Which
right.
is,
Avalanche, yeah.
It's out on Apple and Android for your phone. It's a whole AR experience where it completely takes over your phone, and you'll get a voice call from podcast or video chats, and it takes over your
that's
Spotify
cool.
account, and it's pretty awesome. And it's all screen realistic. Like we 3D scanned all the props from Afterlife, and so all the ghosts are the actual assets from the movie. So it's all 100% screen realistic looking.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
And the AR is pretty crazy. It recognizes the lighting in your house. It'll recognize your furniture. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
wow.
That
You
is
get to live out the movie in your own home.
That's
Right.
crazy cool.
Wow.
That is cool. I like that. We're gonna have to either get a better phone or yeah. Basically that's it. Cool. Aedo.
Yeah.
All right. You can find me at Fab Works or on YouTube. Go check out my videos. I got another one coming out this week while teaching how to do the chipping effect on a prop using like liquid masking technique. I'll show you how to do that on the cheap and make it out really cool. You could also go to my Instagram page, which is FabWorks80. I got a lot of stuff there, a lot of couple videos that are on there now, but a lot of my prop stuff that I've done from 3D to physical props and stuff like that. Check it out. So again, it's FabWorks80 on Instagram.
Aedo.
Yeah, Aedo. That's
Aedo.
Yep. On the Instagram, if you go down, there's also it's called the link tree. You can click on that; it'll take you to all my social media. I also have a Facebook page that'll link you to as well. It's all connected. I also have a Patreon page if you like to support an artist, and you get behind the scene content, stuff like that. There's a lot of free files that I do. I do a lot of illustrations, a lot of SVG files. If you want stickers and stuff like that, you can get all that for free. I think for Star Wars, I did over 100 plus SVG files and Adobe Illustrator files, free to download for any Patreon member that comes in. Yep. So it's pretty cool. A lot of 3D STL files if you want to download there that I've done specifically for Patreon members. You can go there as well. And that's about it. Oh, and coming soon, I am going to be putting out my own Fab Works live show podcast where it's all about props, where we teach you how to go through the process and what techniques. And we're going to have a bunch of prop makers coming on and film guys. And we're going to talk about how they do the films, what equipment they use, lighting. We're going to talk about props, how to make props, what type of materials you need, if you need, what kind of tools you need. And we'll combine both. Obviously, some people have lasers and stuff like that, but the folks that don't have that, how can they build that same prop without that equipment and still come out looking professional? So a lot of stuff is going to be happening here pretty soon with Fab Works live show.
That's awesome.
That is cool. Before we get to Bernhard, R2 Icky asks for Steven, is that obviously the game, is that on Oculus?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's on Oculus. Yeah, I think it's just Cell at the moment.
Okay.
But it'll have new content rolling out each month. I think like at the end of the month there's another level, and then January we have to shoot some stuff with Dan Aykroyd for the game. And that should come out in January.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So all the cast is in it. It's cool.
Oh,
all the movie cast, yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice. Bernhard, throw out some plugs.
Okay, well, check out my YouTube channel. I mean, if you just type in my name in the YouTube search bar, it'll come up. I've got a fair amount of Ghostbusters related videos, many of which do have to do with prop modding / making. I've also got a bunch of other stuff there. I've got some short films. I've got some videos of the bats in my house. I've got one I'm rescuing from a toilet. Poor little thing. Yeah, well, if you want to follow me on Facebook, I'm not sure why, but check out. Again, it's under my name there, and so. Just like my Ghostbusters franchise, the Retro Gaming Ghostbusters of Fulton County on Facebook. Ever look at the ring light reflection, think, this is the voice of the Mr. Of course, I also think that when I see the lights at Target. So, yeah, I hope you... If you like my channel, subscribe to it, please. Help me reach 1,000 by the end of the year so I can get the 1,000 subscriber plaque from Facebook, which is made of compressed coal dust because it probably doesn't exist.
I made my own, but I was only up to 100 subscribers. I was like, I can't wait that
Yeah.
long.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think mine was made of air. That's right here, look.
Beautiful.
Jonathan Painter, thanks for coming, but Clint just left like 10 minutes ago. And
You went to bed.
Winding down also. Yeah,
I have to get up in 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
Tabitha, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on the internet, specifically on YouTube, Instagram, and on Twitter. I'm very consistent. You can find me at Dreaming Tabitha. I'm an artist, and I do all kinds of cool art things like making my own YouTube play buttons, but specifically I draw and I paint. I just recently started my own Patreon, so if people want to give me money, I would not be opposed to that. But that would help buy art supplies and things like that, because it's expensive being an artist, man. But anyway, yeah, that's what I do, and I like to talk to people on Twitter and get involved with the audience members and things like that. So check me out there, of course.
Nice. Also, check her out here at Inside the Booth, since she is a host, co-host, whatever you want to call her. What do you want to be called? Co-host or host?
I want to be called Her Majesty, the Empress of
Her
the
Majesty,
Universe.
that's
But I
right.
will settle for co-host.
Okay.
Yeah, the other word's kind of taken by soap.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't quite roll off the tongue as easily.
that's right.
Dan, where can the people find you?
Well, they're already here. Find me here on Inside the Booth. Or go to our website, InsideTheBoothTV.com, and you can browse everything, see what we got going on. You also can buy some merchandise.
And we're also on Instagram and Twitter.
That's right. And for those who want the what was it, that T-shirt that we had that we no longer have because it was a limited time only, you can come contact me. Maybe I'll be nice and say you can have that anyways.
Dan knows a guy, so if you want
I
it,
know a guy.
ask for Pebbles. He'll know what it means.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was a funny T-shirt, but another one of my partner in crime, my brother, he didn't really like it so much, so we had to take it down earlier than what I'd said.
That's Patreon only information, Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. Patreon information only. But if you do want it, let me know because I did take it down early. But you can still get it if you're that interested, I guess.
That's right.
I think we did sell like a couple things, some stickers, and I think that was
Great.
about it. But
We appreciate that.
yeah, that's thanks for your money.
Right. I mean,
So that's it. All right, everybody. Thanks
All
for
right.
coming up. Thanks for
thanks
showing
for
up.
being here.
Goodbye.
Sure, yeah. Anytime.
Yeah.
Night.
And thank you, Stephen, Bernhard, Aedo, for being on the show.
Yeah,
Thank you for
guys
the
are
invite, my
awesome.
friend.
Sure. Thanks.
And then obviously Clint and Matt that already left, but they left. So.
Talk about
All right.
All
Bye, everybody who's
Bye.
watching.